Welcome to Lloyd Schneider Stadium in McFarland at McFarland High School, where we have a Division V Level 4 playoff football game tonight on Radio Plus Sports between the 5th-seeded Mayville Cardinals and the 4th-seeded Belleville Wildcats. Belleville comes in on a 10-2 overall mark. They were 5-2 in the SWAL. That was good enough for a third-place finish. They finished behind Darlington and Cuba City. Darlington, of course, as if you follow Wisconsin high school football, they're in action tonight as well, playing another team from our area, being Fond du Lac St. Mary Springs. Darlington happened to knock out Cuba City last week to get to that point. Belleville's losses this season have come to Darlington. That was in Week 8, a count of 32-20, and Cuba City in Week 4, 32-7. Belleville is here this week following a 35-20 win over Broadhead Judah. Mayville, meanwhile, same overall record of 10-2. They were tri-champs of the Wisconsin Flyway Conference with a 6-1 record. They shared it with Fond du Lac St. Mary Springs, aforementioned, and Campbellsport. Mayville, of course, got here by virtue of a Level 3 victory over those same Campbellsport Cougars, who probably cost the Cardinals a few spots in seeding by beating them in Week 9, causing the three-way tie atop the Flyway Conference. Mayville's other loss in the regular season was to Cedar Grove, Belgium, way back in Week 1. And that's how we are here tonight. More details as we work our way toward kickoff. The weather could be a factor on and off. A little bit of rain, a little bit of snow on and off throughout the evening is expected, although as we go later, it is expected to taper off. Tonight's game brought to you by Back in Action of Mayville, Bernhard Plumbing in Mayville, Brenda Bruyette, your Coldwell banker in Dodge County, Brock Fleischer, Mayville Realty, D&D Pizza Pub of Mayville, Mayville Market, the Mayville Savings Bank, Mayville Gun Club, Mayville Tire Company, QBS of Dodge County, Surefire, Wings in Mayville, the Mayville Golf Course, Leroy Meats, Cardinal Lanes of Mayville. And this broadcast is also brought to you in part tonight by Mayville True Value Home and Hardware. They're at 1020 Horicon Street in Mayville, home to Ruby's Gift Shop, and so much more. We're back to McFarland in a moment as we continue to work toward kickoff Division V Level 4 playoffs here tonight on Radio Plus Sports.
Hey Mayville Cardinals, Brenda, Rachel, Kristen, and Mary from Coldwell Banker and Horicon are bringing their cheerleading outfits to the stands.
I don't know about that, Alex, but we are huge supporters of the Mayville football team. We are proud of their accomplishments, and we congratulate the great coaching staff as well as the parents for encouraging this team's determination, dedication, and drive. Your team effort and hard work will continue to pay off. Our community loves you, and we support you. This team is second to none. Go Mayville Cardinals.
Mayville Market is your upscale Piggly Wiggly, offering big city selection close to home. Taste the difference in their Blue Ribbon products, made fresh in the store. Brownies, cookies, and cakes in the bakery. Dips, salads, and chicken dinners in the deli. Veggie mixes and fresh cut fruit and produce. Plus gourmet burgers and brats, along with stuffed and marinated chicken, beef, and pork. Mayville Market, 1440 Horicon Street in Mayville. Proudly supporting high school athletics.
Find the slice of heaven you've been looking for at D&D Pub Pizza in Kikoski. Using the pub's famous family pizza recipe, Donnie and Danny create pizzas for you to take and bake. All your favorites plus specialty pies including barbecue chicken pizza. Delicious and made fresh daily. Find D&D Pub Pizza on Facebook and at 41 Main Street in Kikoski. Open Thursday and Friday 11 till 5, Saturday 10 till 3. D&D Pub Pizza. Best pizza by a damn sight.
Newly renovated, Cardinal Lanes in Mayville is proud to be part of the Mayville community. A fresh atmosphere with a family-first mentality. Each smiling face that greets you is a local. Family, neighbors, and friends coming together to create a positive and exciting experience each time you walk through the doors. Cardinal Lanes is home to 8 updated bowling lanes, casual dining from 10:30 a.m. to midnight, and a full bar. Check out Cardinal Lanes, 31 North Main Street in Mayville, where the good times roll.
On the doorstep of Camp Randall Stadium for Wisconsin high school football here tonight in McFarland. It's Division V Level 4 playoffs here on Radio Plus Sports. Glad you're along. Scott and I with you as we are at Lloyd Schneider Stadium at McFarland High School. The 10-2 Mayville Cardinals, the 5 seed against the 4th seeded Belleville Wildcats. Also 10-2 coming into tonight. Belleville, it's been a historic season for them, writing history in their program. This season marking the first playoff victories in the program's history. They were 0-3 as a standalone playing Belleville football from playoff appearances in 1982, 2017, and 2018. And, of course, they spent some time co-op with Albany. They made the playoffs 3 times as that co-op, but lost each time in Level 1, 2002, 2005, and 2007. It also marked their first home playoff game ever, and, of course, they won that one. That was Level 1, 56-14 over Poynette. And then, in order to get to Broadhead, who they beat to get here last week, that Level 2 game was a 28-13 win over Marshall. And the interesting thing there to tell you how well the Wildcats have been playing here the last few weeks, Marshall and Broadhead Judah going into their games each of the last 2 weeks were unbeaten. And Belleville took them both down on their way to this matchup tonight on the doorstep of the Division V state title game in Madison. On the other side of the coin, the Mayville Cardinals, the other end of the history, although recently it is something that they have not been to the playoffs. Their 28th appearance in the playoffs this season, but only their 3rd since 2009. They had a string of 18 straight appearances between 1991 and 2009, and if you go back to 1987, 21 out of 22 seasons through 2009, Mayville made postseason trips. That included 3 state runner-up finishes, 1991, 92, and 2006, and a state title in 1993. To get here, they spent their time on the road. A Level 1 win, 49-13 over Brookfield Academy. They led big 28-7 at the half. 28 unanswered points to open the game, set the tone there. Level 2 was a shootout, and that was the big one. It was against top seed and top-ranked Lake Country Lutheran. 55-47. It was a game that Mayville put their stamp on early. They led 27-21 at the half, but that belies what happened to start with. Mayville opened the game with 20 unanswered points and 22 in the third quarter, and they seem to always have an answer for the Lightning, despite the fact that Lake Country Lutheran went into that Level 2 game unbeaten and averaged margin of victory of almost 30 points through the first 10 weeks of the season for Lake Country. But they are not here. The Cardinals are, but they had one more tough one to get through to get here, and that was against conference rival Campbellsport, who beat them in Week 9, costing them an outright Flyway Conference title and probably about a 2 or 3 position spot in the seedings. That was an 18-13 loss in Week 9. They turned back around and beat Campbellsport by the final of 34-27, and both that Week 9 game and the playoff game almost had similar scripts. Mayville got out early. Campbellsport owned the middle part of the game and led most of the way. The only difference, of course, was in Week 9, Mayville did not have enough of an answer late in the game to get over the top. This time the Cardinals did have the answer to overcome the deficit, as Blake Schroffnagel had a big one game-wise, 237 yards and 3 touchdowns on the ground, as Mayville was able to rally and erase a 21-6 halftime deficit. We'll hear from the head man of the Mayville Cardinals, head coach Scott Hilber. That comes up in a moment. You are watching Division V Level 4 playoff football on Radio Plus Sports. Radio Plus Sports tonight, Level 4 Division 5 playoff football tonight. And joining us now is Mayville head coach Scott Hilber. And Coach, let's start by having you talk a little bit about the Level 3 game with Campbellsport, what you saw on film based on how things played out. Obviously, a win is the reason we're talking here today.
Well, this is the second time we played Campbellsport. We played them in Week 9. Unfortunately, we came out on the short end of that one. We had a real good physical, competitive game. Unfortunately, we just didn't make plays in that game. We had our opportunities, we missed those opportunities. That's something our team hasn't done this year. But we got a second shot at it. It came in, and it was more of the same. We jumped out, got the early lead. They took it back, had a lead by a score at halftime, and then the second half we rallied. Campbellsport is really well coached, probably the best defensive team, or one of the best, top 2 defensive teams we played this year. They play real physical ball. They got a great running back, a lot of good athletes. We mirror each other really well, actually. I think the first time we played them, we outgained them. They beat us. This time they outgained us and we beat them. So we are just thrilled to be able to come out on top and represent our conference.
Thinking back to July and early August and the expectations that you had for this group this season and how that's played out to reality and compare and contrast.
Well, we had the spring season last year, so there's a short turnover. And one thing you don't get is that boys to men phenomenon when kids play as sophomores and juniors, and then they're a whole year later and they're a totally different person. So we didn't have that effect because we were literally ended in May and we're turning around. We're right back at it in August. But the boys, I thought, did a great job this summer of keeping up their enthusiasm and working hard. They knew at the end of last year, we finished 5-2, and the two teams we lost to were pretty senior dominated. So our boys knew we had a great shot at coming in and competing for the conference. So they were excited. Coaches were excited. And so the short turnaround actually was probably really good for us in terms of momentum. So we worked hard. We got to work, and we came in this year. And unfortunately, we dropped their very first football game.
So continuing past that first point, because obviously you rattled off about 6 or 7 straight after that, was there a key point that you can look at or something that happened maybe during the regular season that maybe gave you a hint as to what this team was going to be capable of come the postseason that maybe has come to play out here in these last 3 postseason games?
Yeah, well, I think, it really starts off with that first game. And we played a really good program. Cedar Grove, Belgium, they take deep runs in the playoffs every year. A lot of great athletes over there. And we went in and we made a lot of mistakes. And right off the bat, we got a good feeling as to what's going to work out on our team and what's not. Things that we were experimenting with, we just had to get rid of. We just got to get boys in the right positions to compete. At the same side, we saw some pretty tremendous things out of people who didn't have as much experience from the year before. So we were encouraged by that loss. But we think it was 2 weeks later when we played Springs. Springs is that perennial state title contender. And we got to play them early, and we got down early. We were down in the first quarter. I think they put up 21 points on us right off the bat. And we scored 2, and we were down, I think, by a score in that first quarter. But we really saw the resiliency of this team because Springs came out, and they really popped us in the mouth, and our boys responded. They just kept responding, and then eventually we took control of the game and ended up winning that one. And I think that was the turning point for us, where our boys really knew not only do we have physically what it takes to compete at a conference level and beyond, but also the mental capability, because it's hard to come back from things like that, especially to a dominant program like Springs.
As you look at your opponent tonight, Belleville, the Wildcats, they've knocked off 2 undefeated teams here in the last 2 rounds. What have you seen as you've watched film from them? What does your at least initial game plan look like on both sides of the ball going in?
They're very athletic, and they're like a team of clones. They have a whole bunch of boys that are 6'1", 180 pounds. All 4 receivers, quarterback, running back. They just seem to have athletes all over the place. It's almost like having a basketball team as receivers in their backfield. They can all run. They can go up and grab the ball. The quarterback is slippery. Running back looks really good, catches the ball well out of the backfield. They want to spread you out, and chuck it around, but they can also gash you up the middle. So they're a very well-balanced team. They've been getting better as the year goes on. Belleville isn't a program that has a lot of playoff experience, so this is a foundation being built there for these guys, and they have a lot of confidence. And our goal defensively is to kind of dictate our style of play, which is we're going to play real physical. We're going to come at you fast, and we're going to come at you furious. And that's the way our boys have played the last 3 weeks. I love the energy our boys came out right out of the bat in the playoffs after losing to Campbellsport. We just understood this is our identity, and this is where we got to play it out. And we took that through week 1 into level 2 with Lake Country, which was awesome. Carried that in last week where we got challenged on the physical end, but we responded. We know our identity. We probably struggled a little bit of Lake Country, and that's on the coaches because we had a complicated game plan, but Lake Country is a complicated team. Our job this week as a staff was how simple can we keep our game plan so our kids can play fast. And last few days of practice, the boys have had a lot of confidence just with the game plan. So now we just got to go out and execute.
That was Mayville head coach Scott Hilber. We continue toward kickoff tonight in a moment on Radio Plus Sports.
Mayville Market is your upscale Piggly Wiggly, offering big city selection close to home. Taste the difference in their blue ribbon products, made fresh in the store. Brownies, cookies, and cakes in the bakery. Dips, salads, and chicken dinners in the deli. Veggie mixes and fresh cut fruit and produce. Plus gourmet burgers and brats, along with stuffed and marinated chicken, beef, and pork. Mayville Market, 1440 Horicon Street in Mayville. Proudly supporting high school athletics.
Piggly Wiggly, shop the pig.
Dedication, training, giving 100%. Back in Action proudly supports high school athletes on and off the field. From physical and occupational therapy to pre- and post-orthopedic surgery to work-related and sports injuries, the staff at Back in Action is trained and dedicated to your treatment, recovery, and return to the lifestyle you're looking for. With locations in Fond du Lac, Kewaskum, Mayville, and New Holstein, Back in Action has a one-on-one approach that's second to none. Learn more at backinactionrehab.com.
Oh, enlightened one, how can I have the perfect life?
To have the perfect existence, one must surround oneself with perfect air.
How?
Is but one that possesses that wisdom.
Is on another mountain?
No, he's right over there.
Hi.
You know, he should have just called his local Lennox dealer.
Wise words, Dave. Surefire and Lennox can give you the perfect air you deserve.
Did you ever smell a goat?
Lennox, the pursuit of perfect air.
If you want to improve your community and local wildlife habitat, join Wings Over Wisconsin or start a chapter. The money that is raised all stays in Wisconsin to support educating and getting youth and the disabled into the outdoors and local habitat improvement. Don't forget, Wings Over Wisconsin is also known for their famous wildlife and gun raffle banquets. If you're interested in joining or starting a new chapter, call or head to wingsoverwisconsin.org for more information.
Leroy Meats and Catering of Horicon and Fox Lake are offering Thanksgiving meals to go. You can feed a family of 4 for only $44. The meal includes turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing, gravy, corn, cranberries, and the dinner rolls. Call Leroy Meats at 920-485-2554 to order your Thanksgiving meal. Leroy Meats is also your full deer processing center. Think of them when your hunt is over. Leroy Meats and Catering, now hiring for meat and deli counter help and a pizza maker. Full and part-time positions available. Stop into their Horicon or Fox Lake locations to apply.
Working toward kickoff, Division 5 Level 4 playoff football at Lloyd Schneider Field at McFarland High School, as the Mayville Cardinals and the Belleville Wildcats edging closer to tangling here on Radio Plus Sports. The winner tonight punches the ticket to Camp Randall for a 4 o'clock Division 5 state title game on Thursday of next week, and they would take on the winner of top seed Aquinas and number 2 seed Wittenberg-Burnhamwood. And the interesting thing about the 4 teams left in Division 5, and if you think back a number of years ago as far as the type of offenses and ways that teams move the football, you wouldn't have expected perhaps that 3 of the 4 remaining teams you would probably consider primarily as spread it out, 3-4 receivers, and use the field horizontally to try and get people in space, whereas Mayville, you could almost say maybe is the dinosaur. They're still running that wing T version. They're still pounding guys in there. Blake Schroffnagel is the bell cow. He comes into the game tonight with over 1,900 yards, and he is in shouting distance of some big-time school records as far as season rushing. He has a chance tonight to touch and break the season yards record. He currently has 1,946. The record is Nick Block back in 2003. If they win tonight, he will certainly most likely break the amount of carries record in a season. That's held by his head coach in Scott Hilber with 255. And the touchdown record likely will fall depending upon the score of the game. He is tied right now at 31 rushing touchdowns. Jeremy Boudon back in 1994 set that record. Schroffnagel comes in tonight with 31 himself. So if he finds pay dirt once, that will set the new school record. Mike Nolden on the other side for the Wildcats in his second season. Belleville did play the alternate spring season back in about March, as did Mayville. Nolden, a 2011 graduate of Belleville, as a matter of fact, and played college football at Beloit and kind of fell into the job, actually, as his senior year, the coach at Belleville at the time ended up in Beloit and looked over the roster, found a Belleville grad, and said, hey, you interested in coming back to coach? Which is what he did. He ended up as the head coach for the last season, this being his second year. And again, we talked about the playoff history that Belleville is writing here. Their first playoff wins in program history, their first home game on top of that in the playoff win back in week 1, first time in program history. Simply all he said, it took a belief and an expectation, and it changed quickly as, again, they did make the playoffs in 2018 and 2019, but did not win games. And again, we mentioned Mayville, head coach Scott Hilber. This is his second season as well. He started as head coach in the program in that 2020 season, the alternate season. Mayville went 5-2 back in the spring, and it set the tone for what they have here in essence. And again, Mayville with a long storied history of program success, but again, not much recently, and they're hoping to rewrite things. This is the first time that the Cardinals have been here since 2006, their deepest penetration since then in the playoffs as well. And of course, Mayville Cardinal football followers know the attachment Scott Hilber to his dad, Alex Hilber, longtime Mayville coach and all-time winningest coach in program history with 161 wins. Scott, of course, spent 4 years in Columbus, 2013 through 2016, and spent 10 years in Nakusa before that, 2003 through 2012. And between those two schools, 5 times his teams in Columbus and Nakusa made it to level 3 but could not get past level 3. And his first foray with the Cardinals this season, he was able to get past it and get to the precipice of a state title game shot in Madison. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Bent Out of Shape on County Road Y in Upper Leroy. Metal fabricators featuring home decor and metal art. Bent Out of Shape, County Road Y in Upper Leroy. We'll step aside one more time and then start things off tonight from Lloyd Schneider Stadium at McFarland High School. Back in a moment on Radio Plus Sports.
Brock Fleischer here with Homestead Realty and Mortgage. That's right, mortgages and real estate all in one conveniently located office. I've handled thousands of real estate related transactions and have over 20 years of experience helping people just like you with real estate. Get pre-approved and see homes right away. No delays. Stop by the Homestead office at 1111 Horcon Street in Mayville and call my cell 920-960-0555. That's 960-0555.
That's 920-960-0555.
Are you looking for an exciting career change? Join the team at Michaels Corporation. Michaels is currently hiring for multiple shop positions in the Brownsville location.
Heavy-duty truck mechanic, light truck mechanic, trailer mechanic, agricultural mechanic, and shop assistant.
Members of the Michaels team enjoy competitive wages and generous benefits as well as in-house programs that promote continuous education and career advancement. Collaborate with like minds, connect with your community, construct your future. Apply at michaelscareers.us.
When you're ready to take advantage of high-quality legal services for your unique legal case, count on the professionals at QBS Law SC. In business since 1902, we have been proudly serving Dodge County and our clients with the highest level of integrity. We handle legal matters in elder law, estate planning, OWI, personal injury, workers' compensation, real estate, civil litigation, and more. Give us a call today or visit us online for more information.
Since 1984, Mayville Tire has been your source of top quality tires. We provide complete brake service, steering and suspension maintenance, AC repair, and oil and transmission fluid changes. Here's our current special offer.
Till December 31st, rebates up to $200 on select Goodyear tires.
Find more special offers or schedule service online at MayvilleTire.com. The next time your vehicle needs a little TLC, call Mayville Tire.
Just about time to kick things off. Belleville will be the home team on the scoreboard. They wear the blue with white numbers and white helmets. Mayville will be the visitors on the scoreboard. They wear white. Hasn't changed much. Red numbers and white pants. Tonight's game being brought to you in part by the meeting place at the Mayville Golf Course, where friends meet to watch tonight's game on the big screen. And it's also being brought to you tonight in part by the Feed Mill, supporting high school athletics and satisfying hunger since 1994 in downtown Knowles. Belleville won the toss. They elected to receive, and they will work across your screen to the right, which is the south end zone. Braden Vollmer will do the honors and kick it away. So we'll see the Mayville defense first. That defense looks like this up front, left to right. Cole Ligas, sophomore. Zane Vetter, he is a junior. Riley Nadolski, a senior. And Garrett Olson, a senior as well. The four down the line. The linebackers, Bradley Bushke, Marcus Volkert, Ty Hockers, and Caden Hardesty. The secondary looks like Blake Schroffnagel, Braden Vollmer, and Cohen Rademan. We are just about set. Here's the run-up, and we are underway. And it will come up at the 17-yard line. On the move to the near side and dropped in his tracks. Andrew Ace on the return. So Belleville starts just shy of the 30 at the 29. Time and score courtesy of Brenda Bruyette tonight, Coldwell Banker, as we are underway. Belleville and Mayville, a couple of 10-2 teams. Only one home playoff game between these two teams through 3 levels. Pistol set, Postrom with a lone back. Quick throw by Trevor Seisey, and ridden out of bounds on the near side. That is Andrew Ace. And Ace gets 3. So Trevor Seisey, joined by Dylan Postrom in the backfield. The receivers, DeMarcus Connor, Anthony Nolden, Andrew Ace, and Carson Seisey. We'll get to the men up front in a moment. 2nd down and 7. Back to pass, the southpaw waits. Pressure in the middle, and his throw is short of Andrew Ace. And that brings up 3rd down. The men up front for Belleville, right to left, Colin Durkee, Jake Shermansky, Brett Olson, James Arndt, and Josh Peterson. One of the keys tonight is going to be how much pressure can Mayville get on Seisey. He's been proven a skilled dual threat. Postrom leads the team on the ground. 3 left. The snap. On the run, the throw, and sitting down and making the catch right near the 1st down marker is Carson Seisey. And that is going to be short. They mark him short. He sat down right in front of the marker. So from the 38-yard line, early on, we get a pinch point. 4th down and short as Belleville goes for it inside their own 40. The snap, Seisey takes, and he's going to get wrapped up and thrown down. Ty Hockers all over it. Dropped for a loss of 4. So Ty Hockers turns it over, and the Mayville offense out on the field in prime real estate, just shy of the 35-yard line. So barely a minute gone by. We're at 11:13 left in the opening quarter. 4 and out goes the Wildcat offense, and the Mayville offense, again, in prime real estate, 1st and 10. Aiden Middlestad lines the troops. He's got Austin Musak wing to the right. He comes in motion. And the handoff goes to Blake Schroffnagel. Following off left tackle. Flag is thrown as he touches the 30. And still no whistle. Finally pushed back. But a flag came in as he penetrated the hole. See if it costs Mayville 10. Middlestad checking the call. Clock stops, 11:04 left early going here in the 1st quarter. And it's going to cost Mayville 10. They're going to say procedure. So that'll put it back at the 41. That puts it back at the 41, cost them 5, 1st and 15 back at the Belleville 41. This drive the result of a 4th down and 1 stop by the Mayville defense less than 20 seconds ago. That's Vollmer wing to the right. Middlestad turning, handing. There's Schroffnagel, and he gets a little. Falling inside the 40 to about the 39-yard line. Call it 2. So call it 2nd and 13. The offensive line for Mayville, right to left, Jackson Wade, Logan Arroyo, Nathan Peterson, Zane Vetter, and Houston Steger. Aiden Middlestad, the junior quarterback. Blake Schroffnagel, Austin Musak, and Braden Vollmer the backs. Bradley Bushke and Caden Hardesty are the tight ends. Bushke wide to the right, wing to the right, Musak. Back split behind him. Middlestead turning, handing, that's Vollmer being patient, turning the corner, inside the 35, down inside the 30, refusing to go down, and he will likely have the first down, call it the first down. Spotting him just inside the 20 at the 19-yard line, a rip of 20. Braden Vollmer, very patient run. He set the corner very well. He allowed his men on the right side, Jackson Wade and Bradley Bushke, to crash down and make a block. Bushke comes out wide to the left. That's Ty Hockers now in the backfield. The handoff goes to Hockers' right side. He gets through a leg tackle, bulldozing his way down inside the 10 near another first down. Hockers to about the 8, and that is, I believe, enough for first and goal. That's the case. First and goal. 9:46 clock rolls first quarter. Mayville taking advantage of that 4th and 1 stop inside the Belleville 40. They are on the doorstep. First and goal from inside the 10. That's Bushke wide to the left. And the handoff goes left side. That is Schraffnagel, turns the corner. One man to beat, diving forward. He hits the pylon. The arms are up. It's a touchdown. So not only does Mayville grab the lead on that 4th down defensive stop, Blake Schraffnagel writes himself into the Mayville season rushing record books with his 32nd rushing touchdown. So the Cardinals immediately gifted short field position, cash it in. 9:26 left in the first quarter. And on for the point after is Pablo Rodriguez-Kaiser. Middlestead to hold. Snap is clean, the placement clean. Reyes' kick is up and it is good. 9:26 left in the opening quarter. Mayville 7, Belleville nothing. We'll step aside for 30, be back after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Newly renovated, Cardinal Lanes in Mayville is proud to be part of the Mayville community. A fresh atmosphere with a family-first mentality. Each smiling face that greets you is a local. Family, neighbors, and friends coming together to create a positive and exciting experience each time you walk through the doors. Cardinal Lanes is home to 8 updated bowling lanes, casual dining from 10:30 a.m. to midnight, and a full bar. Check out Cardinal Lanes, 31 North Main Street in Mayville, where the good times roll.
Mayville's opening offensive drive is a short field, and it goes to the end zone after a 4th and 1 stop inside the Belleville 40. Blake Schraffnagel 8 yards into the end zone for a touchdown. Vollmer's run up and his kick is a low sidewinder. Up on it at the 15-yard line comes DeMarcus Connor. Coming to the near side, he goes nowhere after he makes contact. Good special teams play. And that's something the Cardinals will have to do well all night as well. Sicey's a slippery back. Postrom has been successful, just shy of 900 yards coming into play tonight. And they start at the 28-yard line. It is first and 10, 9:21 left opening quarter. Second touch here for Belleville. Trips left. It's Carson Sicey to the bottom of the screen. Snap to Sicey. Little flip into the middle, and it is caught right there. That was DeMarcus Connor. Out across the 30 to the 32. So a gain of 4. That makes it second and 6. We tick under 9 left opening quarter. Second offensive touch here for Belleville. Sicey with Postuma to his left. Single receiver to the left. Trips to the bottom right. Sicey back to pass. Pressure backside. He slips. Bushke stays on his feet. He's going to make something out of nothing here. A shoulder shake along the sideline. Bushke had him eyed up, deer in the headlights, and Sicey shook him off and got something out of it. And how he got one on that was all on him. Bushke was about to unload and probably force him to drop the ball, but he went too high, and Sicey shook him off. He went out of bounds, so the clock stops with 8:40 left. 7-0 Mayville on that Brenda Bruyette Coldwell Banker scoreboard. Connor to the left, trips to the right, Sicey out of the gun, Postrema flanks him left. Sicey back, little flip screen, that's Connor to the bottom side, and he cannot get through a leg tackle. Excellent tackling by Mayville here early. That was Caden Hardesty making the stop, and again a 4th down coming. And Hardesty was the only guy that was going to make that stop. If he doesn't, it's a 1st down and more. So 0 of 2 early on, 4th down as Connor will punt. And Vollmer awaits deep at around his 30-yard line as we tick to 8 minutes left in the opening quarter. Snap is clean. He gets it away, low driving kick, taken at about the 32-yard line by Vollmer, trying to pick up a block. And he is met at the 40, driving forward. And holding on for the tackle was Landry Yarbo. Mayville, again, pretty good field position, not equal to what they got on the first drive, but out across the 40 nonetheless. And with 7:51 remaining in this first quarter, Mayville up 7-0 and taking over at their own 42-yard line. Blake Schroffnagel's already broken the season touchdown rushing record with number 32 for the score of the game. Buschke wide to the left, and the handoff, that's Vollmer, and he's spun down by Yarbrough again. No gain, stopped in his tracks. We tick to 7.5 left in the opening quarter. So it's a 2nd and 10. And Nick Lubke brings the play in from the far side as Buschke will get a spell here. And that'll be Lubke wide to the left, the bottom of the screen. Vollmer wing to the left, Musick wing to the right. Vollmer in motion. The give is to Schroffnagel, sifting his way, stays on his feet through leg tackles. He's got a 1st down into Belleville territory. Finally dragged down, but not before he rides it inside the Belleville 30 near the 29-yard line. That's a 30-yard run by Schroffnagel. Again, he had 237 and 3 scores in the Campbellsport game. And Cardinals trailed most of that game. They got up 7-0. Campbellsport was able to answer and then went into the halftime locker room with a 2-score lead. Buschke back in, top of the screen, wide right. Musick wing to the left, Middlestead under center, and the handoff goes to Schroffnagel, and he could have been dropped for a loss, but got through the initial hit in the backfield. That was Postrema who missed the tackle. He doesn't miss many of those. He came in as the leading tackler for the Wildcats. That's no gain for Schroffnagel. But again, Mayville's so balanced, although again, Schroffnagel's got the numbers. Musick and Vollmer are threats as well. Buschke to the left, bottom of the screen. Vollmer in motion, and the give, that's Ty Hockers. Works his way off the right side, bounces off contact at the line of scrimmage, driving his way inside the 25, down near the 22. Sets up 3rd and manageable at about the 22-yard line. That's a gain of 7. And Hockers getting a little more action, as well as Musick getting the start due to Andrew Tome being out tonight. Was hurt in the Campbellsport game last week. Vollmer wing left. They bring Musick in motion tight to the formation. The give is to Schroffnagel, driving forward off a hit at the 20, and he falls forward to the 18-yard line. He needed 3, got 4, moved the chains, convert the 3rd down. That's already 4 first downs and their first 3rd down conversion of the half as the clock winds to the 6-minute mark of the opening quarter. 7-0 Mayville. The score brought to you by Brenda Bruyette Coldwell Banker. Buschke comes out from wide into the 3-point stance left side. Hockers now wing to the left. Vollmer wing to the right. He'll come in motion around Schroffnagel. The give is to Vollmer. Sifting, waiting for things to develop. Spun down near the 10-yard line. Call it the 11. A gain of 7, 2nd and short. Again, you wondered. You don't know exactly, of course, the depth of the talent that Belleville faced. Of course, they tangled with Darlington and Cuba City in the SWAL this year. They lost to both of those teams. But again, to get here, that being Belleville, they had to knock off 2 undefeateds in Marshall and Broadhead Judah. 2nd and 3 just outside the 10. Music in motion. He gets the handoff, driven down as he spins inside the 10 at the 9. Looks just short of the first down, sets up 3rd and short. He got 1, maybe 2. Call it 2. That's 3rd down and 1. We'll creep under 5 remaining here in the first quarter. Mayville up 7-0, on the doorstep for more if they can convert. Rodriguez Kaiser's only attempted 2 field goals all year. He's hit 1. Hocker's in there. He joins Vollmer and Schroffnagel in the backfield. Double tight under center Middlestead. He turns, he gives Schroffnagel big hole left side into the end zone for the 2nd time tonight. Untouched for a touchdown. So the Cardinals again, with 4:33 left in the opening quarter, it is 13-0. Middlestead will hold for Kaiser's 2nd point after try. Lines down, snap clean, placement clean. Kaiser's kick is up and good. Mayville extends the lead with 4:33 left in the first quarter in McFarland. 14-0 on that Brenda Bruyette Coldwell Banker scoreboard. Back in 30 on Radio Plus Sports.
Dedication, training, giving 100%. Back in Action proudly supports high school athletes on and off the field. From physical and occupational therapy to pre- and post-orthopedic surgery to work-related and sports injuries, the staff at Back in Action is trained and dedicated to your treatment, recovery, and return to the lifestyle you're looking for. With locations in Fond du Lac, Kewaskum, Mayville, and New Holstein, Back in Action has a one-on-one approach that's second to none. Learn more at backinactionrehab.com.
2 offensive possessions for Mayville, 2 touchdowns, both by Blake Schroffnagel, extending what is now his single-season touchdown record, 33, as Vollmer runs up and the kick is away. They lead Belleville 14-0. As Squibber comes up to Connor at about the 16-yard line, gets through the first hit this time and is spun down shy of the 35-yard line. Zane Vetter, among others, there to spin him down. Bushke in the area as well. Best starting field position for the Wildcats. They need to make something happen here. They're down 2 scores with 4:28 left in the first quarter. Call it the 34. That's Connor, bottom of the screen wide right. Twins left. Seisey is flanked on either side in the backfield by Carson Seisey and Dylan Postuma. And they ride the option. Postuma trying to hop outside across the 35-40. Through a leg tackle into Mayville territory. 2 men to beat. He picks up a block. Slips Bushke. Stays on his feet. Tiptoeing the sideline. Trying to bring him down to Schroffnagel. Finally does just shy of pay dirt. They mark him down at the 4. 62 yards for Dylan Postuma. Just like that. And that's exactly what Belleville needed. They absorbed a big body blow on the first 2 drives offensively for Mayville. Let's see if they can answer. That's Nolden and Postuma in the backfield. And Seisey gives Postuma right through the chute, sliding into the end zone. And just like that, Belleville answers. 4:10 remains in the first quarter. Well, they didn't do it through the air. They tried doing it through the air on the first 2 drives, and this time they decided let's give it to Postuma, who came in with just under 900 yards rushing. Caden Desmet will try the extra point. Aiden Keys to hold, lines down, the snap is clean, kick is away, and it is good. So just like that, quick strike, both plays on the ground, and Belleville right back in things. Brenda Bruyette, Coldwell Banker scoreboard reads Mayville 14, Belleville 7. We're back after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Since 1984, Mayville Tire has been your source of top quality tires. We provide complete brake service, steering and suspension maintenance, AC repair, and oil and transmission fluid changes. Here's our current special offer.
Till December 31st, rebates up to $200 on select Goodyear tires.
Find more special offers or schedule service online at mayvilletire.com. The next time your vehicle needs a little TLC, call Mayville Tire.
Belleville comes up with a big answer. Mayville, 2 offensive drives, 2 touchdowns. Belleville gets 2 runs by Dylan Postuma, a 62-yarder, and then from first and goal, a 4-yarder through the Mayville defense. And the lead is cut in half, 14-7. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Mayville True Value Home and Hardware, 1020 Horicon Street in Mayville. They're home to Rui's Gift Shop and so much more. Desmet with the ball on the tee, his run-up and the kick. It's a squib to the near side. Boy, they tried to steal a possession, but Mayville, Johnny on the spot, Cole Legas there to smother it. And apparently paid the price. 4:09 remains in the opening quarter. Mayville back on it, but again, they're going to get great field position just shy of midfield. Mark it at the 48. So Mayville's 3 offensive starting field positions, the Belleville 36, Mayville's 42, and now the 48. And they have cashed it in each time so far, as we'll get under 4 minutes on this play. Bushke top of the screen wide right. Music wing to the left. He'll go in motion around the formation. Back to pass goes Middlestad. He has time to wait. Flips deep. Bushke breaking away just off his hands. Incomplete at the 30-yard line. He had him open. Anthony Nolden trailing on the play. He was trailing by a step and change. 2nd and 10. Clock stops. 4:03 remains. Keep you up to date as many of the other scores that we get around the state. Again, the winner here plays the winner of Wittenberg, Burnhamwood, and La Crosse Aquinas. 2nd and 10. Motion by Vollmer. Back to pass again goes Middlestad. Flips to the left. That was past Schroffnagel and then through the hands of the defender, that being Jake Fahey, who had a shot as well at the Belleville 45-yard line. It brings up 3rd and 10. So the clock stops. 3:59 remains in the opening quarter. Well, again, the Flyway Conference has stayed pretty traditional as far as offenses go. You don't see a lot of spread. Nobody in the conference really runs it that way. Bushke top of the screen to the right. Vollmer wing left. Middlestad back to pass. A little bit of time. Steps up. Deep shot left side, and that's going to get a flag. Bushke got tangled up with the defender. Anthony Nolden hit the deck at the 25, and that's going to give Mayville a 1st down. So by way of penalty, Mayville's going to convert their third down in as many tries. And that'll be a big one, pass interference. Second penalty of the night, first called on Belleville. Again, the Wildcats are tested. Don't be fooled by the offense that they run, especially when you look at how they closed out Broadhead Judah a week ago. They went 90-plus yards in 18 plays, most of it on the ground, that gave them the 2-score lead late in that 4th quarter. Music in motion, 1st and 10 from inside the Belleville 40. Handoff goes to Schroffnagel, burrowing his way inside the 35. He is denied the 30. Call it the 32. It's a gain of 5. So 2nd and 5. This keeps them ahead of the chains, and as much as Mayville has had success on the ground, and we're talking about Mayville and the offenses that run in the flyaway, Cardinals were actually the leading passing team as far as yardage goes in the conference. Middlestad converted receiver from last year. Bushke wide left. Braden Vollmer wing to the right. Handoff Schroffnagel. Following Hawkers into the secondary. Driving his way, refusing to go down. He just does not go down on the first, even second hit sometimes. He's got a 1st down inside the 20. Call it the 16-yard line, a rip of 16. That is another first down. The 6th of the quarter as we tick to 3 minutes left in the opening quarter. Mayville 14, Belleville 7 on your Brenda Bruyette Caldwell Banker scoreboard. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Mayville's 2 drives have ended in the end zone by toe of Blake Schroffnagel. Vollmer in motion, and he'll get the handoff, spinning his way, and all to do to stay at the line of scrimmage. Pretty good penetration off the left side of the defensive line for the Wildcats. Colin Durkee, Davis Richter up from the linebacking core. You're going to see mainly 3-4 defensively for Belleville. But with a run-heavy team like Mayville, you're going to see some of those linebackers, especially the guys in the middle, creep up to fill gaps. Call it no gain. 2nd and 10. 2:20 remaining opening quarter. Buschke bottom of the screen wide left. Hockers along with Schroffnagel in motion, and yep, Hockers moved. I think the entire sideline for Belleville jumped after he jumped. I don't think he was drawn off by that. That'll cost him 5. So 2nd flag of the night on Mayville, both of the procedure variety. Clock will get back in motion. We'll tick to 2 minutes remaining opening quarter. It'll be 2nd and 15 just outside the 20. Call it the 21-yard line. Music wing to the left, Buschke top of the screen to the right. Linebackers in the middle creep. Pitch goes to Schroffnagel, and this time he's wrapped up. Landry Yarbrough isolated on Schroffnagel, drops him for no gain, perhaps a loss. Call it a loss. About the only time this quarter that Schroffnagel's been dropped on first contact. Yarbrough coming off the outside, and you talk about, again, the linebackers filling holes. That's exactly what he did, and he was able to be 3 yards deep in the backfield, and I believe you're going to get a timeout here for Mayville. That'll be the call. Timeout Cardinals, 1:22 left in the first quarter. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Bent Out of Shape, County Road Y, Upper Leroy. Metal fabricators featuring home decor and metal art. And it's also brought to you in part by the meeting place at the Mayville Golf Course, where friends and family meet to watch the game tonight on the big screen. I got a smaller screen next to me. The much better looking crew. We've got 1:22 left. Cardinals have not connected through the air yet, but this drive is alive in part because of the aerial attempts. They got a pass interference call on 3rd and 10 that kept the drive alive with the first down of this drive, and now they face 3rd and long at about the 23-yard line. Big spot here for Belleville. Again, Mayville threw big punches early. Belleville went for it on 4th and 1 inside their own 40. Mayville stopped them. Blake Schroffnagel turned it around into a touchdown, forced a 3 and out. Mayville took it back down and scored, go up 14-0. But then the next 2 plays on offense for Belleville were Dylan Postuma runs, one for 62 and the other for 4 into the end zone. And now the Wildcats with a chance to get the ball back and keep Mayville off the scoreboard. Here we go, 3rd and long. Buschke to the top of the screen, wide right. Vollmer wing to the right. Back to pass goes Middlestat. Pressure backside. He has to throw from his back foot. Throwing into traffic. Jump ball. It's caught by Vollmer. Inside the 5. 1st and goal for the Cardinals. Third and 17, and he got 18. And we have a flag down, and that's coming back. And I think it probably happened right before Middlestat got hit because he was getting pressured just as he tried to throw it. He could not step into it, so that's going to put it back at the 34-yard line. So that's a big one. That's going to make it 3rd and about 24. On the side of the coin, though, this is big for Belleville because now you probably, if you're Belleville, just push Mayville either into 2-down territory or perhaps force a punt. Cardinals going to spread it out now a little bit. They're going to send 3 receivers to the right, Vollmer, Schroffnagel, and Hardesty. Bushke wide to the left. Hocker is the lone back. Middlestead under center and third and forever. And another flag, and that's procedure again on Mayville. So Mayville flagged for the fourth time, third on this drive, 2 in the last moments. We haven't gotten to the minute mark yet. We're at a minute 12. All of this has happened in about the last minute or less of game time. So call it 3rd and 29. The Cardinals need the 7 for the first down. Let's just call it 3rd and a while. Vollmer, Schraffnagel, and Bushke bottom of the screen to the left. Hardesty top to the right. Middlestead from the pistol. Hocker is the lone back. Middlestead the snap. Waiting. Time. Now he's forced to run. Spinning back other side. He gets a block. He's got all day. Waiting. Looking. Throwing back over the middle. Adjusting and off the hands of the intended receiver. It was behind him. Looked like Bushke. He was open at about the 20. It would have been well short of the first down, but it might have put them in the conversation to go for it. Now you're probably in position to punt. And another flag is down. How about it? Is he going to signal ineligible? Yep. Ineligible downfield. Of course, they're going to decline that, so that's 4th down. So we went from a 3rd down conversion for Mayville inside the 10 to 4th and forever near the 40. And we've only shed about 20 seconds of game time. We're at a minute 2 left in the opening quarter. Things were flying until this point. And it'll be Andrew Ace dropping deep to receive. Vollmer to punt. The up back Marcus Volkert. Snap is low, handled. He gets his foot into it. It's a high wobbler. Actually, that's Bushke with the punt. Check that. It's an end-over-end bounce. Mayville might have a chance to down it. Not quite. Ty Hocker's barrel rolling near the goal line, trying to save it, could not. It'll be a touchback. So it ends up being 19-yard net on the punt. So now the Wildcats here late in the first quarter with 53 seconds left with a chance to go down and tie the game after their first 2 drives went 4 and 3 and out respectively. Dylan Postrema had 2 runs that covered 66 yards to cut the lead in half. 14-7 with under a minute left on that Brenda Bruyette Coldwell Banker scoreboard. Trevor Seisey out of the gun. Postrema flanks him right. Twins top, Twins bottom. They'll bring Nolden in motion. He gets the pitch. He gets the corner momentarily, stays on his feet. He was not out of bounds. He slithered through the tackle attempt of Schraffnagel and gets out near the 30-yard line, and that is enough for the first down. Nolden. So Nolden gets the first down, nose of the football on the 30. 44 seconds left, late going first quarter. It'll be Connor to the right, bottom of the screen. Seisey to the top. Backs on either side of Trevor Seisey. They ride option, and they leave it with Nolden. Nolden squares up, falls forward, out across the 35 near the 36. That's a gain of 6. Now the Belleville offense gets a little toehold. And you knew they were going to come at some point. Again, you don't get to this point without taking body blows and being able to answer. As we're to your 20 seconds, likely one more play, unless it's an incomplete pass. Seisey out of the gun. Postrema flanks him right. Trips bottom of the screen right. Seisey, errant snap on the deck. Trying to run for his life. Trying to get away from pressure and almost intercepted. That was Radaman, who had a chance, and he was the only guy that had a chance. So it'll be 3rd and 4. Clock stops. 6 seconds left, so we will get one more play in this first quarter, which again was flying until about the minute mark when Mayville littered the field with yellow. So 3rd and about 3, maybe 4. Wildcats need the 40. Trips right. Postrema flanks Trevor Seisey to his right. Rolling left. Seisey steps, throws to the sideline, and it's caught. And he might be short. He's short of the first down. Yeah, that is indeed the case. He is short of the first down. That is Carson Seisey, a 3-yard gain. So it's 4th and 1, and it only took 5 seconds. So there's still a second left in the first quarter. And here we are again. The first drive of the game, Belleville went for it on 4th and a long one and didn't get it. Mayville converted it into 6. Here we go again. They're going to go for it on 4th and short inside their own 40. Connor wide left, backs to either side of Seisey. And we're going to get a timeout. A timeout, Belleville. They're going to talk about it, and we'll talk about it here. The feed mill, supporting high school athletics and satisfying hunger since 1994 in downtown Knowles. The weather hasn't been much of a factor. It was odd on the way down. You had pockets of rain, maybe a few snowflakes. We had a good bout of rain and snow mix between 6 and 6:30 here, but next to nothing, if anything, falling right now. Talking to Scott Hilber before the game here, his comment was with the different styles on offense, the wackier the weather is, the better for us. Well, he didn't get the wacky weather, but he's a play away from his squad going into the second quarter up a score, but the momentum right now is resting on the near side with the men in blue and white in Belleville, especially if they can convert this 4th down. Again, they went for it on 4th and 1 inside their own 40 on the opening drive. Mayville stuffed it and converted it into 6. And here we go again. Second time they're going to be attempting it in the first quarter, trailing by 7. Backs to either side of Trevor Seisey. Mayville 10 strong in the box. They ride it to Postuma, and he's going to go nowhere. Mayville again is going to start the second quarter on offense inside the 35-yard line of Belleville. When we come back to McFarland in a moment, you are watching high school football on Radio Plus Sports.
Find the slice of heaven you've been looking for at D&D Pub Pizza in Kikoski. Using the pub's famous family pizza recipe, Donnie and Danny create pizzas for you to take and bake. All your favorites plus specialty pies including barbecue chicken pizza. Delicious and made fresh daily. Find D&D Pub Pizza on Facebook and at 41 Main Street in Kikoski. Open Thursday and Friday 11 till 5, Saturday 10 till 3. D&D Pub Pizza. Best pizza by a damn sight.
Back for the second quarter in McFarland at McFarland High School. It's Lloyd Schneider Stadium. The winner tonight goes to Madison on Thursday for a 4 o'clock D5 state final against the winner of the top seed Aquinas and the second seed Chargers of Wittenberg-Burnhamwood. That going on as well. Mayville starts the second quarter on offense at the Belleville 34-yard line, up 14-7 on your Brenda Bruyette Coldwell Banker scoreboard. Also, in part tonight, the game being brought to you by the Feed Mill, supporting high school athletics and satisfying hunger since 1994 in downtown Knowles. So twice in the first quarter, Belleville on 4th and 1 in their own territory, inside their own 40, goes for it. Both times they are denied. The first turned into a Blake Schroffnagel touchdown run. We'll see what the second one turns into as we start the second quarter. Pretty good crowd on hand as well. The near side where we sit and see the game from, full to capacity. You've got a few bodies and brave souls on the other side who didn't want to stay warm on this side. Middlestead brings the troops to the line under center. Volmer in motion left to right. He gets the pitch following blockers into the hole, hurdling the first attempt in the backfield, and he's down to about the 32. We'll call it a gain of 2 for Volmer. So 2nd and 8. Moments into the second quarter. So again, Andrew Tome is out tonight. He was injured in the game last week against Campbellsport. So you see Musak starting, and he and Ty Hockers will get a little bit more time rotating plays in. Volmer wing to the right at the bottom of the screen. Schroffnagel the lone back. Hockers wing to the left. Double tight on the line. And the give is to Schroffnagel. Again, hit at the line. Stayed on his feet long enough to fall forward to about the 31, maybe, minimal gain. They'll give him the 31, gain of 1. So 3rd down and 7, and you're in in-between territory here, likely 2-down territory if you're Mayville, as we're a minute and change into the second quarter. 14-7 Cardinal lead. Furthest playoff penetration for the Cardinals since 2006. That year saw them get to the state final and lose to Wrightstown. Wings either way on 3rd and 7. Middlestead the pitch to Schroffnagel, trying to hop outside, through an arm tackle, through another arm tackle, turns the corner. He's got the first down, bumped out of bounds around the 20-yard line. He shed 2 tacklers who could have stopped him in his tracks, denying him the first down, but not to be. Carson Seisey and Landry Yarbo could have brought him down. Yarbo brought him down on the drive previous that stalled out on penalties, could not do it this time as he gets down to the 23-yard line. A gain of 7 and a first down. He is a horse, Blake Schroffnagel. Hocker's wing to the left. The give is to Schroffnagel, follows Hocker's into the hole, and he is driven down, falling onto his back inside the 20 at around the 19. A gain of about 4 for Schroffnagel. You know, a lot of times teams will use that spread type of formation when you've got maybe some smaller guys, some good athletes, to try and get them in space, get them one-on-ones, but there is some simple beauty to the fact that you can still pound it up there, and there is a lot going on a wing tee as well. Middlestead turns, the handoff, Schroffnagel follows a blocker into the hole, driving his way down inside the 10. He's got another first down, first and goal to the 8, a gain of 11. Another first down, first and goal. Again, this drive was the result of a 4th and 1 stop of Belleville's offense inside their own 40. It's the second time it's happened this game. The first again resulted in a Schroffnagel touchdown. Mayville on the doorstep again, 9:46 remaining second quarter. They're up 14-7. There goes Vollmer in motion. Schroffnagel again gets it, following Usek into the hole, driving near the goal line, and he's in. The arms up by the far side judge. It's a touchdown. 3rd touchdown of the night for Blake Schroffnagel, 20-7 with 9:38 left. I think the next time Belleville has a 4th and 1 in their own territory, they're kicking. Middlestead to hold the extra point by Kaiser. Lines down, snap is clean. Kaiser's kick is up and good. 21-7. Blake Schroffnagel, 3 touchdowns on the ground. And we're back to McFarland High School in a moment on Radio Plus Sports.
Mayville Market is your upscale Piggly Wiggly, offering big city selection close to home. Taste the difference in their blue ribbon products, made fresh in the store. Brownies, cookies, and cakes in the bakery. Dips, salads, and chicken dinners in the deli. Veggie mixes and fresh cut fruit and produce. Plus gourmet burgers and brats, along with stuffed and marinated chicken, beef, and pork. Mayville Market, 1440 Horicon Street in Mayville. Proudly supporting high school athletics.
Piggly Wiggly, shop the pig.
6 plays, 34 yards. The defense sets it up again. Blake Schroffnagel into the end zone for the 3rd time tonight. 21-7, Mayville extends the lead. Broadcast brought to you in part tonight by Mayville True Value Home and Hardware, 1020 Horicon Street in Mayville. They're home to Ruby's Gift Shop and so much more. Vollmer sends it into the sky to the 11-yard line where Connor takes it. Up the field, waiting for something to set up, and it does not happen. He runs into the wall of white just shy of the 30, call it the 29. Well, again, we talked about the fact the last time Mayville was here back in 2006, that was much different a game in Portage against Evansville. That was a 7-0 game, and it was basically 5 plays that decided things. Matt Haas hit Tyson Affelbeck for a second-half touchdown, and then Mayville had a 4-down goal-to-go stand late in the game to preserve the victory. Seisey the snap out of the gun. He has pressure, forced to step up. Hit as he throws into double coverage. Contact there, and a flag comes in. Boy, that's close. Rademan was coming over the top. There was definitely contact, and it was close to the point where the ball arrived. He was looking back for it, but the referee on the side here is going to throw the flag, and it's going to be a first down. Yeah, pass interference is called. That's the 6th flag on Mayville. And again, it was close. The timing was close. Generally speaking, you see more often than not referees let some contact go if it's close to the point of arrival of the ball and the defender is looking, which in that case Rademan was, but he's going to say more than likely the contact was early. So that's plus 15 and a first down. And he was hit hard. That was DeMarcus Connor. And Connor was nursing some turf toe coming into the game tonight. Coach Nolan was optimistic he would play, and of course he has been. And he does all of their kicking, at least the punting, and he's a starting receiver. So Seisey out of the gun. Off that pass interference, 15-yard penalty out across the 40. He gets the snap, rolling right, throws on the run, on to his knees, and it's incomplete. That was Carson Seisey. Could not hang on as he went to his knees on the sideline, incomplete. So it'll be second down. Clock stops, 9:20 left in the first half. Mayville 21. Belleville 7 on that Brenda Bruyette Coldwell Banker scoreboard. I believe that's 5 or 6 replacing Connor. That's either Caden Desmond or Jacob Jenkins. Snap to Seisey, the handoff Postuma. He gets hit in the backfield. Cole Ligas, Zane Vetter there to fill the hole. He goes nowhere, lost a yard. Again, Postuma had 2 carries for 66 yards that set up Belleville's touchdown after they went down 14-0 following Mayville's first 2 offensive drives. But it's basically been those 2 plays and the last pass interference play that is Belleville's offense. 8:49 clock ticking, second quarter, third down and 11. Seisey from the gun. Postuma flanks him left, Twins top, Twins bottom. Snap to Seisey, backside pressure. Buschke hits him as he throws, but it's caught on the outside. That is Desmet. Schroffnagel throws him down, and that is enough for the first down. He got to the 45-yard line. Solid tackle by Schroffnagel, but it's a gain of 12. So Caden Desmet replacing Connor, the 5'10 junior, keeps the drive alive into Mayville territory at the 45. Postuma flanks Seisey to the left. Snap from center. Seisey waiting. Has time. Nobody open. Now he looks to run. Looking for blocking to the near side. Tiptoes the sideline. Hawker is escorting him out of bounds inside the 40 at the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of 6. Well, Seisey has been a threat to run all season. He's the team's second leading rusher at 540 yards on the ground coming in, but he's done next to nothing on the ground. He's tried to call his own number twice on those 4th and shorts in their own in Wildcat territory to no avail. Twins right, Twins left, pistol set. Postuma a couple of yards behind Seisey. 2nd and 4, snap to him. Backside pressure immediately. He avoids it. Rolling near side, Buschke pushes him out of bounds. That'll go down as a sack. About a loss of 10. Buschke gets credit for the sack of Seisey out of bounds at midfield. So third down and 15 back to midfield as the clock stops with 8:08 remaining in the first half. Again, besides yes, you had the 4-yard touchdown run by Postuma, but the 62-yard run to set it up is really the only big play that we've seen, and the Cardinals are going to call a timeout here with just over 8 minutes left in the first half. We'll take the timeout as well. Be back to McFarland in a moment. You're watching high school football on Radio Plus Sports.
Join the meeting place at the Mayville Golf Course for lunch or dinner. 6 days a week, they're open from 11 a.m. until 9. Closed on Tuesdays till spring. They offer a pasta bar on Mondays, Thursday and Saturday night prime rib specials, as well as the Friday fish fry and Sunday family specials. Plus the burger of the month. It's the Philly cheese prime rib. Enjoy happy hour from 3 till 5 Monday through Thursday. It's all at the Mayville Golf Course and Meeting Place, 325 German Street in Mayville.
21-7 Mayville over Belleville here in McFarland. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Bent Out of Shape, County Road Y, Upper Leroy, Metal Fabricators featuring home decor and metal art. Bent Out of Shape in Upper Leroy. Regis and Coleman, one of the Division 7 semifinals. Cashton and Reedsville the other. Reedsville is up on that one, 27-8 in the second quarter. Here we go, third and long. Belleville out of the Mayville timeout. Cardinals with one timeout left. They lead at 21-7. Seisey from the gun, he takes the snap. Buschke with immediate pressure. He steps through that, trying to keep things alive. Seisey working up the sideline. He'll be forced out of bounds, well short of the first down around the 40-yard line. Well, I shouldn't say well short. He actually got about 10, call it 9 at the 41-yard line. So this makes it interesting right now. They're in Mayville territory this time. No show to punt. Belleville's already 0 for 2 on fourth down. We're at 8 minutes even remaining in the second quarter. Belleville down 2 scores. How desperate are they here? Middlestadt swaps out on defense. Now Marcus Volkert into the defensive secondary. Belleville taking their time to signal things in. They're going to go. DeMarcus Connor back in the lineup. He'll go slot right. And Belleville now is going to call a timeout, their second of the half. The meeting place at the Mayville Golf Course, where friends meet to watch tonight's game on the big screen. That's the meeting place at the Mayville Golf Course. 21-7 here. Brenda Bruyette, Coldwell Banker scoreboard reads Mayville 21. Belleville 7. Columbus and Catholic Memorial after one. Crusaders lead the Cardinals in that one. That a Division 4, Level 4 game, 7-0, or 7-6, I should say. Catholic Memorial, one of the teams where you can throw the argument all night as to whether or not private school should play up a division. Catholic Memorial bangs heads generally with the Classic 8 teams. That's where they've been for a lot of their seasons. They've won some state titles, and they're playing Division 4 football this year. But Columbus giving them a go. Here we go, 4th and 5 from the Mayville 40. Postuma flanks Seisey to his left. Twins right, twins left. Connor comes in motion out of the slot right to left. They'll give it to him. It's going to be a double handoff. Carson Seisey, throwback. Trevor Seisey, he's got it. It's a first down. Foot race with one man to beat. Inside the 20. Juke move with his feet inside the 10. To the 5, touchdown. Pull out the bag of tricks. You're down 2 scores. You go for it. It's a 40-yard reverse pass. Carson Seisey to Trevor Seisey for the touchdown. And that converts the 4th down. And that's huge because now it's a 1-score game. Trevor Seisey will try the point after now. Snap is clean. There's the placement. Seisey's kick is up, and it is good. Boy, does that change the feel in the building right now. 7:48 left in the first half. Mayville 21 and Belleville 14, but hold the phone. There's more laundry on the field. And they're going to call a hold on Belleville. So that'll bump it back. And they'll have to try it again. So don't discount what this could do. Trevor Seisey, 53 out of 57 on extra points coming in. But this is a little bit different deal. This is about a 22-yard try. Little to no wind. Seisey will try it. It's a 30-yarder, try it. The ball is teed and he missed it. So we'll see if that comes back to play because now it's 21-13. So only the second penalty committed on the night by Belleville, but that penalty cost them a point. Brenda Bruyette, Coldwell Banker scoreboard now reads Mayville 21 and Belleville 13 with 7:48 remaining in the first half.
You work hard, you play hard. You're in it to win it. When plumbing problems slow you down, a call to Bernhard only takes a minute. For over 50 years, Bernhard Plumbing has provided professional plumbing services to Mayville and surrounding communities. From septic systems and sewers to drains and dairy to new faucets and fixtures, Bernhard Plumbing does it all and does it right. Stay in the game. Make the call. 387-3925. Bernhard Plumbing. Taking a leak and fixing it.
And then Coach Mike Nolden goes into the bag of tricks. They hand off to DeMarcus Connor, who gives to Caden Seisey. And Trevor Seisey leaks out the top of the field to the right side. A couple of good moves around the 15-yard line, breaks him free for a 40-yard touchdown catch. And that makes it a game, but that penalty cost him a point. Move the point after try back 10 yards, and the 30-yarder no good. So it'll be Caden Desmet to tee it. Vollmer and Musek back deep. They tried an onsider last time, and this time it's a short, high end over end, and that's Hardesty up on it at the 33-yard line, and he'll drive and drag Landry Yarbrough and the rugby scrum out across the 40 to the 41-yard line. So Hardesty with about an 8-yard return. Again, pretty good field position for Mayville. 7:41 remains in the first half. Mayville by 7. They have led throughout. And as crazy as it is to say, this is Mayville's worst offensive starting field position. Their own 41. 2 drives have started out beyond the 41, and they've had 2 start in Belleville territory. Music wing right. He goes in motion tight to the formation, and the give is to Schraffnagel, and this time he's squeezed and dropped in his tracks. Ben Vinny. Again, Schraffnagel has not gone down much on first contact. That time he did, only 1. Schraffnagel with all 3 rushing touchdowns on the board tonight for Mayville. That breaks the all-time program single-season touchdown mark. Schraffnagel, and it doesn't come as cleanly anymore. Jeremy Boudon, each had 31 touchdown runs coming in. He's got it now alone, 34. Vollmer in motion, fake to him. Pressure from Yarbrough. Middlestad is thrown down. Yarbrough there, all the way back at the 30-yard line. That's a loss of 12. Actually, call it a loss of 13. Other than the penalties, that's probably the biggest defensive play of the night for Belleville. And now momentum is sitting on the near side. 3rd and 19. Mayville needs the Wildcat 49-yard line. Music wide right. Buschke wide left. That's Vollmer and Schraffnagel behind Middlestat. And on the draw, Schraffnagel tripped up again. Again, did not get through the first man. Looked like Ben Vinny again. Twice he's slowed. And only 3 for Schraffnagel. Only the second time Mayville has not converted on 3rd down. So now Belleville with momentum and getting the ball back with a chance to tie the game. Buschke to punt. Twin safeties await for Belleville. This time the snap is chest high. He gets into it. Driving, spiraling kick. And it goes over the head of Nolden and chips up at about the 15. Dribbling inside the 10, down near the 7-yard line. That's 58 yards with no return. And that absolutely buries Belleville. 90-plus yards of turf in front of them, down by 8 with 5:28 left in the second quarter on that Brenda Bruyette Coldwell Banker scoreboard. So here we go, Belleville now. Trailing by 8. They hit pay dirt on some razzle-dazzle on 4th down the last time. Snap to Seisey. He has pressure in the backfield, trying to sift through. He can't. I think he got back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They might give him a yard. Actually, I should take that back. It was inside the 5, so it is a sack. Second sack of the night. Loss of 4. So 2nd and 14, and Belleville buried dangerously deep in their own territory. So Mayville here defensively with a chance to put the hurt on and tilt the field. 2nd and 14 at the Wildcat 4. With the goalpost shadows on their back. Seisey out of the gun, standing a yard deep in his end zone. Twins bottom, Twins top. Snap to Seisey. Immediate pressure, they set the screen. Posthuma's wrapped up in his tracks. What a play by Ligas. Cole Ligas not fooled it. If he doesn't make that tackle, Posthuma's got blockers in front. As it is, no gain. So 3rd down and about 14 at the 4. Carson Seisey to the top, trips to the left. Snap to Seisey, rolling to the left, waiting. Double clutches, breaking away downfield. Seisey's open at the 40. He's got the first down and one man to beat. Picks up a block. He's going to go all the way. 96 yards, and it's a 2-point game. Hardesty was the only man going to stop him at the 40. He picked up a clean block. And 2 big plays here in the 2nd quarter. And we are right back to near even. 21-19. .96 yards, 21-19, and it looks as though, at least the show is, they will go for it. The 2, that is. 3:57 left in the 2nd quarter. Boy, Mother Momentum has stayed on this side. Mayville had one play to make to really tilt the field, and again, like lightning in a bottle, like Posthuma's run after Mayville went up 14-0. Here we go. 2-pointer would tie the game. Nolden in motion. And the give is inside, and it will be stopped short of the goal line. They tried running Patrick Salmon up in there to no avail. So the 2-pointer is no good. Mayville maintains the lead with 3:57 left on your Brenda Bruyette Coldwell Banker scoreboard, 21-19. We'll keep it here. But again, this you just do not and cannot expect walkaways at level 4 when you're on the doorstep of playing in Madison. Because the one thing spreading things out offensively does for a team like Belleville is it gets their athletes in space. Caden Hardesty was covered initially, but as Trevor Seisey rolled out, broke contain. So Carson Seisey has thrown, or he threw a touchdown pass to Trevor on 4th and 5 on the last drive. This time he catches one from Trevor Seisey for 96 yards and a touchdown on 3rd and long. So call it that way. 3 plays, 96 yards. And it's 21-19. Desmet's run up his kick. This one is high and end over end to the far side. Music coming up, running under it at the 16-yard line. And he is hit and dropped in his tracks. After about a 15-yard return, they'll call it down out across the 30, near the 32-yard line. We're starting field position now for Mayville offensively. Again, every drive up to now had started out beyond the 40. Again, 2 of them started in Belleville territory, but now that, in a way, if you're a Cardinal fan, feels like eons ago because it's hot and bothered right now. 21-19. Wing left, wing right. Volmer and Musek. Musek goes in motion tight to the formation. The give is to Schraffnagel. Crosses the 35 near the 37. They'll give him the 38. It's a gain of 6. That's kind of what you got to get back to here. Mayville just completely dominated on the ground on their 3 scoring drives. After they got those first 2 touchdowns, they opened with a couple of passes. Got a pass interference penalty to keep the 3rd drive alive late in the 1st quarter, but then it stalled out on a load of penalties. Music wing right, he goes in motion this time around the formation. This time it goes to Volmer into the secondary, first down yardage, and being ridden down from behind by Andrew Nolden, not until he gets into Wildcat territory inside the 45 at the 44. That's called a run of 18. Weather has not been a factor. Again, there was some rain and a few snowflakes mixed in about an hour before the game, but that tailed off well before kick, and it's been dry since. Under center is Middlestead. 1st and 10 in Wildcat territory. The turn and the give. There's Schroffnagel bursting forward, pushing the pile, refusing to go down. It took about 7 Wildcats making contact at some point or another to finally drag him down at the 32-yard line. That's a gain of 8. Actually, they'll call it 10. Schroffnagel, the last couple of drives have been going down on first contact. You remember, he missed some time a couple of weeks ago, left the game late in level 2 with an elbow injury, had a heavy brace on it last week. Do not see the brace there this time. And the handoff again, Schroffnagel following him. Volmer into the hole. He falls forward inside the 30 at about the 29-yard line. Call it 4. Second and 6. Mayville back to grinding it out as we ticked at 2:10 left in the first half. Mayville led 21-7 before the last 2 drives featured 2 big scoring plays, a 4th down 40-yard throwback pass to Trevor Seisey from Carson Seisey, and then a 96-yard touchdown pass to Carson Seisey from Trevor. Handoff Schroffnagel. This time he is roped down from behind. Lassoed for a minimal gain. Might have been Yarbo. He's spent some time in the backfield. Actually, that's Nolden who comes up a little bit gimpy. Or call it down. That's 27, actually, not 23. So Postumov comes off. So no gain. 3rd down. Mayville 4 of 6 coming into this one. The pitch to Schroffnagel. He squares it up, falls forward, hurtling forward. He is close to the first. I believe they're going to mark him short about 1.5 yards. They mark him at the 25. It's a gain of 4. He's short. So it's 4th and a solid 2. They actually said his knee was down at the 25, square up. No doubt you're going for it here. So Mayville with 4th and 2. We tick under a minute left in the first half. Cardinals by 2. Music in motion. And Middlestead doesn't like something, and he called, I believe, what is the last timeout. They had one left as Scott Hilber walks onto the field and says, hey, hold the phone. And they do. 52 seconds left. Mayville spends their final timeout. Remember, Cardinals played defense on the first drive of the game, so they will start the second half with the football. So this is a big exchange here. Of course, Mayville, they can get a score on the board here and then grind one out to start the second half. That'll, again, kind of re-stamp the game in their favor. It's been a run by both teams. Belleville went for it on 4th and 1 inside their own 45, failed. Cardinals turned it into 6. Went up 14-0 after a 3-and-out later in the first quarter. Belleville would go for it again on 4th and goal, or 4th and 1 inside their own 40, not get it again. And again, Blake Schroffnagel turned it into a touchdown. He's got 3 on the night. It was 21-7 at that point. But the last 2 drives, again, have featured 2 big-time plays involving Trevor and Carson Seisey, each throwing a touchdown pass to each other. Here we go, 4th and 2 out of the Mayville timeout. Cardinals need the 23 of the Wildcats. 10 tight in the box, and the give is Schroffnagel. He breaks through a tackle, falls forward, and boy, he is close. It's going to depend upon the spot. He would have been stopped easily short of the first down, but his extra effort, 3rd and 4th, makes it awful close. The stick went down. I believe they marked him short. Yep, a 0.5 yard short, and to be honest, it shouldn't even have been that close. He was hit at the line of scrimmage. So he did not get there. So Belleville stands, and they take over with 1 timeout with 46 seconds left in the first half, down 2. And again, the 2 big plays they've had, they are in striking distance, being in possession of the football. Nolden wide left at the bottom of the screen, trips to the top. Posturma back in there, snap to Seisey. They throw to the near side, that's Nolden. Weaving back inside through one arm tackle, but he's not going to get through the second. Zane Vetter comes up with help to make contact and drop him for a gain of 1. So 2nd and 9. Clock continues to roll, 23 seconds. Belleville has one timeout, but again, they're right back in this game. They know they're going to play defense and start the second half. They really don't want Mayville to kind of turn it on defense here. This might be the last play of the first half as we're under 10 seconds. Immediate pressure on Seisey. Gets through one man initially, trying to fight, stays on his feet, finding, and they're going to mark him down. Good call. Postrema put his knee on the ground at the 24-yard line, and that zeroes the clock for the half. And if Postrema doesn't go to a knee, that play might still be going. But as it stands, Belleville with the momentum going to the locker room. They trailed 21-7 into the second quarter. 2 big plays involving Trevor and Carson Seisey get them back to within 2. But a holding penalty on the point after try forced them to kick it from the 20, and the 30-yard attempt was no good. And that's where we stand at 21-19 on your Coldwell Banker Brenda Bruyette scoreboard. We're back in a few moments with more at the half here on Radio Plus Sports.
Hey Mayville Cardinals, Brenda, Rachel, Kristen, and Mary from Coldwell Banker and Horicon are bringing their cheerleading outfits to the stands.
I don't know about that, Alex, but we are huge supporters of the Mayville football team. We are proud of their accomplishments, and we congratulate the great coaching staff as well as the parents for encouraging this team's determination, dedication, and drive. Your team effort and hard work will continue to pay off. Our community loves you, and we support you. This team is second to none. Go Mayville Cardinals.
Dedication, training, giving 100%. Back in Action proudly supports high school athletes on and off the field. From physical and occupational therapy to pre- and post-orthopedic surgery to work-related and sports injuries, the staff at Back in Action is trained and dedicated to your treatment, recovery, and return to the lifestyle you're looking for. With locations in Fond du Lac, Kewaskum, Mayville, and New Holstein, Back in Action has a one-on-one approach that's second to none. Learn more at backinactionrehab.com.
Find the slice of heaven you've been looking for at D&D Pub Pizza in Kikoski. Using the pub's famous family pizza recipe, Donnie and Danny create pizzas for you to take and bake. All your favorites plus specialty pies including barbecue chicken pizza. Delicious and made fresh daily. Find D&D Pub Pizza on Facebook and at 41 Main Street in Kikoski. Open Thursday and Friday 11 till 5, Saturday 10 till 3. D&D Pub Pizza. Best pizza by a damn sight.
You work hard, you play hard. You're in it to win it. When plumbing problems slow you down, a call to Bernhard only takes a minute. For over 50 years, Bernhard Plumbing has provided professional plumbing services to Mayville and surrounding communities. From septic systems and sewers to drains and dairy to new faucets and fixtures, Bernhard Plumbing does it all and does it right. Stay in the game. Make the call. 387-3925. Bernhard Plumbing. Taking a leak and fixing it.
Join the meeting place at the Mayville Golf Course for lunch or dinner. 6 days a week, they're open from 11 a.m. until 9, closed on Tuesdays till spring. They offer a pasta bar on Mondays, Thursday and Saturday night prime rib specials, as well as the Friday fish fry and Sunday family specials, plus the burger of the month. It's the Philly cheese prime rib. Enjoy happy hour from 3 till 5 Monday through Thursday. It's all at the Mayville Golf Course and Meeting Place, 325 German Street in Mayville.
When you're ready to take advantage of high-quality legal services for your unique legal case, count on the professionals at QBS Law SC. In business since 1902, we have been proudly serving Dodge County and our clients with the highest level of integrity. We handle legal matters in elder law, estate planning, OWI, personal injury, workers' compensation, real estate, civil litigation, and more. Give us a call today or visit us online for more information.
Newly renovated, Cardinal Lanes in Mayville is proud to be part of the Mayville community. A fresh atmosphere with a family-first mentality. Each smiling face that greets you is a local. Family, neighbors, and friends coming together to create a positive and exciting experience each time you walk through the doors. Cardinal Lanes is home to 8 updated bowling lanes, casual dining from 10:30 a.m. to midnight, and a full bar. Check out Cardinal Lanes, 31 North Main Street in Mayville, where the good times roll.
The Mayville Gun Club proudly supports high school athletics. The Mayville Gun Club is open to the public and welcomes you to enjoy their facilities. Whether you want to sharpen your skills or spectate, you'll love the beautiful clubhouse overlooking 50 wooded acres filled with wildlife. You're sure to appreciate the gorgeous views, along with trap, skeet, and sporting clay course. For all upcoming event information, league details, and listing of membership benefits, visit MayvilleGunClub.com. The Mayville Gun Club, where enjoyment comes naturally.
Leroy Meats and Catering of Horicon and Fox Lake are offering Thanksgiving meals to go. You can feed a family of 4 for only $44. The meal includes turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing, gravy, corn, cranberries, and the dinner rolls. Call Leroy Meats at 920-485-2554 to order your Thanksgiving meal. Leroy Meats is also your full deer processing center. Think of them when your hunt is over. Leroy Meats and Catering, now hiring for meat and deli counter help and a pizza maker. Full and part-time positions available. Stop into their Horicon or Fox Lake locations to apply.
Dedication, training, giving 100%. Back in Action proudly supports high school athletes on and off the field. From physical and occupational therapy to pre- and post-orthopedic surgery to work-related and sports injuries, the staff at Back in Action is trained and dedicated to your treatment, recovery, and return to the lifestyle you're looking for. With locations in Fond du Lac, Kewaskum, Mayville, and New Holstein, Back in Action has a one-on-one approach that's second to none. Learn more at backinactionrehab.com.
Halftime, Division 5 Level 4 playoff football here at Lloyd Schneider Stadium at McFarland High School. Scott and I with you on a cool night. It's November, you'd expect it. Now, weather has not been a factor, though. Rain and snow expected on and off, although as the night goes, the chances taper, and we've seen that. Only a little bit of rain and a few snowflakes ahead of game time. It stopped before the game. Your Coldwell Banker, Brenda Bruyette scoreboard reads Mayville 21, Belleville 19. Mayville's led throughout. It was 14-7 after a quarter, and the tone was set early by Mayville's defense. Belleville won the toss, elected to receive. They got to 4th and 1 inside their own 40-yard line, went for it, and were stoned, and Mayville took over after that stop at the 36-yard line of Belleville. They converted that 4 plays later into a 36-yard drive for a touchdown. Blake Schroffnagel into the end zone for season rushing touchdown number 32, breaking the school single-season record in the process. The extra point made it 7-0. Belleville would go 3 and out again on their next drive. Mayville would take over at their own 42-yard line. 8 plays, 58 yards later, it was again Blake Schroffnagel into the end zone from 8 yards out. Extra point made it 14-0. All the momentum on the far side at that point with Mayville. Then Belleville struck. Specifically Dylan Postrema. He got the first handoff on the ensuing drive from the Wildcat 34-yard line, raced 62 yards to set up 1st and goal from the 4. The next play saw him slide into the end zone from 4 yards out. The extra point cut the lead in half of Mayville to 14-7. Cardinals would answer again a couple of the drives later. Cardinals had a next drive after that touchdown bogged down inside the Belleville 20. I suppose the rain and snow, it rained yellow, that being the referee flags, as the Cardinals were inside the 10, but a penalty thwarted that play that set up that 1st and goal opportunity. 3 penalties later, it was 3rd and forever out near midfield. But again, Belleville was unable to capitalize, and they were denied on 4th down, lost 4 on 4th and 1 again. And again, Mayville turned that short field into 6. After that stop, they got the ball at the Belleville 34-yard line. 6 plays later and 2:22 off the clock. Schroffnagel found the end zone again for the 3rd time, and again from 8 yards out. All 3 of his touchdown runs have been from 8 yards out. And that extra point at that point of the second quarter early made it 21-7. Mayville looking like they were going to run away with it. But then from that point, Belleville grabbed the momentum. They answered. They converted a 3rd down. They converted a 3rd down. They got a pass interference penalty to open the drive. They converted a 3rd down with a pass, and then they were able to, on 4th down and about 5 from the Mayville 40, they went razzle-dazzle. Trevor Seisey handed off to DeMarcus Connor, who handed it to Carson Seisey, who threw back to the top of the field on the right side to Trevor Seisey, who leaked out, and a couple of nifty moves at the 20 got him into the end zone and made it 21-14 after the extra point. Belleville would answer again, seemingly, though, after Mayville had to punt, and a 58-yard Brandon Bushke punt pinned Belleville at the 4, I should say at the 8. 2 plays, a loss of 4, set up 3rd down and 14 for Belleville at their own 4-yard line. Cardinals were that close to getting a back-breaking exchange at that point, up 21-7. But it didn't happen, as on 3rd down and long, Trevor Seisey hit Carson Seisey. He made one-man miss at the 40-yard line in Mayville territory, and he went 96 yards for the touchdown. But then again, at that point, there was a hold committed on the extra point try, which was good from normal distance. The penalty pushed the try back and made it a 30-yard try in essence, and it was no good. And we stand at that point at 21-19. A timeout as we get close to the 3rd quarter here in McFarland. Mayville with a 2-point lead over Belleville, Level 4 D5 football playoffs here on Radio Plus Sports.
Green Bay football players in Fond du Lac. After select Packer games during the 2021 season, fans can get up close and personal with the Pack. Ask player questions, get autographs, win preferred seats to the game plan when you sign up at Ray's TV and Appliance. To win the best seats in the house, follow 95 and 96 Won the Rock on Facebook and share the graphic. Have a shot at $1,000 when you play the Camera Casino Photo Finish Contest. All at the Home and Auto Game Plan presented by Midwest Overhead Door. This football season at Fat Joe's. Get schedule information at 96wontherock.com.
Since 1984, Mayville Tire has been your source of top quality tires. We provide complete brake service, steering and suspension maintenance, AC repair, and oil and transmission fluid changes. Here's our current special offer.
Till December 31st, rebates up to $200 on select Goodyear tires.
Find more special offers or schedule service online at mayvilletire.com. The next time your vehicle needs a little TLC, call Mayville Tire.
Brock Fleischer here with Homestead Realty and Mortgage. That's right, mortgages and real estate all in one conveniently located office. I've handled thousands of real estate related transactions and have over 20 years of experience helping people just like you with real estate. Get pre-approved and see homes right away. No delays. Stop by the Homestead office at 1111 Horcon Street in Mayville and call my cell 920-960-0555. That's 960-0555.
That's 920-960-0555.
When you're ready to take advantage of high-quality legal services for your unique legal case, count on the professionals at QBS Law SC. In business since 1902, we have been proudly serving Dodge County and our clients with the highest level of integrity. We handle legal matters in elder law, estate planning, OWI, personal injury, workers' compensation, real estate, civil litigation, and more. Give us a call today or visit us online for more information.
We're a bank that is here for you. We're a bank with no stockholders, so we help you save money instead of piling on service fees. We're a bank where your loan is a local decision.
Your loan is approved.
We're a bank that takes walk-ins, no appointment necessary.
Hello, Mayville Savings Bank.
We're a bank that still answers our phones. We're a bank that offers online banking. We're a bank where you're our best interest.
There you go. Have a great day.
Bank at the bank you own. Mayville Savings Bank.
You work hard, you play hard. You're in it to win it. When plumbing problems slow you down, a call to Bernhard only takes a minute. For over 50 years, Bernhard Plumbing has provided professional plumbing services to Mayville and surrounding communities. From septic systems and sewers to drains and dairy to new faucets and fixtures, Bernhard Plumbing does it all and does it right. Stay in the game. Make the call. 387-3925. Bernhard Plumbing. Taking a leak and fixing it.
Oh, enlightened one, how can I have the perfect life?
To have the perfect existence, one must surround oneself with perfect air.
How?
Is but one that possesses that wisdom.
Is on another mountain?
No, he's right over there.
Hi.
You know, he should have just called his local Lennox dealer.
Wise words, Dave. Surefire and Lennox can give you the perfect air you deserve.
Did you ever smell a goat? Lennox, the pursuit of perfect air.
If you want to improve your community and local wildlife habitat, join Wings Over Wisconsin or start a chapter. The money that is raised all stays in Wisconsin to support educating and getting youth and the disabled into the outdoors and local habitat improvement. Don't forget, Wings Over Wisconsin is also known for their famous wildlife and gun raffle banquets. If you're interested in joining or starting a new chapter, call or head to wingsoverwisconsin.org for more information.
Find the slice of heaven you've been looking for at D&D Pub Pizza in Kikoski. Using the pub's famous family pizza recipe, Donnie and Danny create pizzas for you to take and bake. All your favorites plus specialty pies including barbecue chicken pizza. Delicious and made fresh daily. Find D&D Pub Pizza on Facebook and at 41 Main Street in Kikoski. Open Thursday and Friday 11 till 5, Saturday 10 till 3. D&D Pub Pizza. Best pizza by a damn sight.
Just about set for the second half at McFarland High School. Division 5 Level 4 playoff football on Radio Plus Sports. Brenda Bruyette, Coldwell Banker scoreboard reads Mayville 21, Belleville 19. Mayville True Value Home and Hardware proud to bring you tonight's game as well. 1020 Horicon Street in Mayville. They're home to Ruby's Gift Shop and so much more. Other Level 4 scores around the state tonight. Division 1 Appleton North at the half leads Franklin 13-3. Sun Prairie and McGuanago heading to halftime in that one. That game is tied at 14 at last check. The winner of this game gets the winner of La Crosse Aquinas and Wittenberg-Burnhamwood. That one's at the half, and Wittenberg with a grinder in that one, leading Aquinas 6-0. Back to Division 2, Waunakee and Hartford are tied at 14 at the half. Kettle Moraine and Homestead, it's the Lasers over Homestead 10-8. Division 3, still looking for those. Ellsworth is up big in Division 4 over Freedom at the half. 30-0 is that tally. Columbus and Catholic Memorial, that's a ball game. Catholic Memorial 20 and Columbus 13. Here, of course, 21-19 Mayville over Belleville. Someone's got to tweet a Darlington Springs score. Looking for that one yet. Regis and Coleman, that one is tied late in the second quarter. That one is 14-14. Reedsville big up on Cashton. I believe that was 27-8 at last check going into the halftime break. So what are the keys here? Of course, it's been big plays from the offense for Belleville. Mayville's ground things out for the most part. 3 8-yard touchdown runs by Blake Schroffnagel. 40-yard throwback pass on 4th and 5. And a 96-yard touchdown pass. 2 of the 3 scores for Belleville. And a 62-yard Dylan Postuma run sets up his 4-yard run for their first score. So really 3 big plays by Belleville is the name of the game right now. Sicey 8 of 11 through the air, about 109 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. And he's been under some heat when he's had the chance to throw, but has only gone down a couple of times. Again, Blake Schroffnagel, 3 touchdown runs. He and Vollmer dominated early. Ty Hockers got into the act early on the ground as well. Then they tried going to the air a little bit. It's been nothing through the air for Aiden Middlestad. But again, they haven't really needed it. We'll see if that comes to pass as far as the need goes here in the second half. Again, Mayville played defense to open the game, so they will start on offense here in the first half. So Desmond will put his toe into it. Music and I think that's 20. Schroffnagel deep. They stand inside the 15-yard line. I think we're ready at some point. No wind, or next to no wind, at least not enough to make the flag wobble. Now the umpire ready to get everybody lined up. Conversation over on the far side between, it looks like Scott Hilber and the referee. I think that's probably what's holding things up. How's it going? You warm? Yeah, you got enough layers? Absolutely. Would be the conversation I'd be having. Do I have enough layers? Absolutely. Again, the winner on the other side of this bracket in Division 5 will face the winner here. Wittenberg-Burnhamwood with a 6-0 lead at the half over Aquinas. You talk about some athletes on both sides of the ball there. Aquinas had been throwing the ball quite a bit, and again, you wonder about the spread type of teams, which Belleville is, but they're right in this one here. Aquinas ground out about 300 yards plus on the ground last week on their way to their big win in Level 3. But Wittenberg multifaceted as well. Tyler Wesolowski, their quarterback, was involved in 11 touchdowns in Week 9 of the regular season. Here's Desmond's run up and the kick, high and end over end. Newsick up on it at the 16-yard line. Gets through one arm tackle, and he is dragged down, pushed out of bounds outside the 30, call it about the 32-yard line. Again, field position has really been zero issue for Mayville. This equals their last starting field position drive of the 32-yard line, which equals their worst all night. Everything else has been at least the 34-yard line or beyond. Again, 2 drives for the Cardinals started in Belleville territory as a result of fourth down stops, and both turned into touchdowns. One could argue if Belleville punts, maybe that's the difference in the game. Music wide to the right. Back split behind Middlestead. First down, and the handoff goes to Vollmer. He rides it across the 35 to the 36. Call it a gain of 4. You get those 4, 5, 6 yards. The question is, can, Mayville's advantage is right here. Can they grind drives out? Bushke wide to the left. The handoff goes to the first man, Blake Schroffnagel, and he makes contact with Postuma and drives him forward to the 40-yard line. It'll be third down, but third and short, third and about 2. Call it another gain of 4. Mayville 4 of 6 on third down conversions in that first half, but they were stalled on 4th and 2 late in the first half. 7 strong in the box. Music in motion. Middlestead changing things up. Belleville creeps the box, and they give right inside to the first man, Schroffnagel, falling forward. It's close. Middlestead saw something he liked, and they're going to give him a favorable spot. He got 2, needed it for the first down. So the Cardinals move the chains for their opening first down here of the second half. 10:40, clock rolling, third quarter. Bushke wide left, Musick wing to the left. Vollmer and Schroffnagel split behind Middlestead, and that's Schroffnagel following Vollmer into the hole. This time Postuma squares him up, gets help from his friends, rides him back. They'll give him midfield. Or I should say not midfield, call it the 45 at a gain of 3. So nose of the football on the 45. Ty Hawkers brings the play in as we tick under 10 remaining. First couple of minutes gone by here in the third quarter. Slot left Hardesty, wide left Bushke. That's Hawkers and Schroffnagel split in the backfield. Nifty move on the pass. First completion of the night. This one to Bushke. He's got the first down. It went from almost being tipped at the line to almost being stopped in his tracks, and he's marked down in Belleville territory at the 44-yard line. And that's a first down. On a gain of 11. And the handoff goes to Schroffnagel. Again, Dylan Postuma, again, came into the game as the leading tackler for Belleville, making his presence known here. He stops Schroffnagel along with help for a gain of 2. We're under 9.5 left in the third quarter. This is the opening offensive set here for Mayville of the half. They lead it by 2. They'll send Vollmer to the top wide left. Bushke to the bottom wide right. Hawkers and Schroffnagel split behind Middlestead under center. He gives to Schroffnagel through a leg tackle in the backfield, and he gets hit inside the 40 and dragged down there. Looked like Davis Richter and help there to make the stop. They mark him at about the 38-yard line, a gain of 4. So another third down upcoming here. Mayville converted the first third down they had on this drive, and they try to do it again. And they've run 3 minutes and change off this opening drive here in the third quarter. A big one here at the Belleville 38. Music wide left. Vollmer and Schroffnagel split behind Middlestadt. Buschke to the bottom, and the handoff to the first man. First down. Escort for Schroffnagel, and he is ridden down from behind. Not before he gets near the 10-yard line, mark him at the 12. A gain of 26 and a first down. So the Cardinals convert another third down. And again, Schroffnagel was in striking distance of the season touchdown mark. He broke that right away, and yard mark. Nick Block's record stands to fall. It was over 2,100. The handoff goes to Vollmer. He gets through a leg tackle in the backfield, driving inside the 10, down near the 7. Called it a gain of near 5. Now this is a Mayville drive that people probably recognize. Grinding it out, they got their first pass completion of the night on this drive. As we're 4 minutes off the clock on this drive. Cardinals up 2 on the doorstep. 2nd and 5. Cardinals can get a first down just inside the 3. Buschke to the left. Hardesty to the right. Hockers and Schroffnagel. Schroffnagel hopping outside. He cannot split the twin defenders in blue. He is stopped short of the first down at about the 4. They're going to give him 3. That sets up third down. 3rd and a solid 2 at the 4-yard line. Almost 5 minutes off the clock on this drive for the Cardinals. It is their opener to open the second half. Cardinals trying to go back up 2 scores. Wide left, Buschke. That's Vollmer and Schroffnagel split behind Middlestadt. Music in motion, and they give to Vollmer, following Schroffnagel to the hole. He's got the first down. He's just short of the goal line, but it's a new set of downs for the Cardinals as we're under 7 minutes remaining. 1st and goal on the gain of 3. Another third down conversion on the drive, and the Cardinals stuffing the ball right down the front 7 of Belleville on this drive. 1st and goal at the 1. Cardinals back on the doorstep. Hockers, Vollmer, and Schroffnagel form the backfield behind Middlestadt. The hand, Schroffnagel working his way. He's there. Touchdown, Cardinals. They take the opening drive of the third quarter to the house. 5:27 off the clock, and they extend the lead to 27-19. "12 plays, 68 yards, 5:27 off the clock, and they're an extra point away from making it a 2-score game. Middlestadt will hold Kaiser's extra point attempt. Lines down, snap is clean. Kaiser's kick crawls its way over the crossbar. 28-19, 6.5 left in the third from McFarland. A short break and back after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Hey Mayville Cardinals, Brenda, Rachel, Kristen, and Mary from Coldwell Banker and Horicon are bringing their cheerleading outfits to the stands.
I don't know about that, Alex, but we are huge supporters of the Mayville football team. We are proud of their accomplishments, and we congratulate the great coaching staff as well as the parents for encouraging this team's determination, dedication, and drive. Your team effort and hard work will continue to pay off. Our community loves you, and we support you. This team is second to none. Go Mayville Cardinals.
Bent out of shape, County Road Y, Upper Leroy. Metal Fabricators featuring home decor and metal art are proud to be part of bringing you tonight's stream broadcast here from McFarland High School. Mayville on a 12-play, 68-yard drive, and an extra point puts them back up by 2 scores with 6.5 left in the third quarter. Vollmer's kick goes deep and finally stopped around the 25-yard line. Looked like Andrew Ace, and that was the case. Ace had all to do to get the 15 yards or so that he got. So it looks like we're calling it about the 25-yard line. So Mayville's offense on the opening drive of the third quarter rams it down the Belleville defense's throat. 5:27 off the clock and a touchdown. Let's see what their defense can do. Sicey out of the gun. Postrema flanks him right, trips left, bottom of the screen, bubble screen this side. And Connor makes the catch. Almost looked like it hit the turf. But they're going to say he made the catch. Ty Hawkers with a hard escort out of bounds of Connor out around the 30. They called it a gain of 5. It did look like he caught it on a short hop. It was close. But 2nd and 5 is the call. We're at the 6-minute mark of the third quarter. Carson Sicey, Connor, and Nolden to the right. Rolling right on the snap. Sicey turns, pitches. He's got Carson Sicey out across the 40, sliding to the 45. Call it the 46. It's a gain of 16, a first down. Carson Sicey sitting down underneath the defensive backs. Mayville playing soft on the edge, trying not to give up that big play because that's been the name of the game for Belleville. A handful of big plays have been their scores or set up their scores. Snap to Sicey on 1st and 10 from the 46. Sicey with time, throws on the run. He's got his man, and it's caught there rolling inside the 35 down near the 30. Completed to Andrew Ace at the 30-yard line. 24 yards and another first down. Somewhere you got to find some balance between avoiding the big play over the top and just giving up chunk plays underneath, because the last two have been just that. Snap to Sicey, rolling to the right, looking for Connor. Flips it out to him, he's got him, and a trio of white there to squeeze him shy of the 25-yard line. Call it the 26, a gain of 4 to Connor. Second and 6. As we tick to 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Mayville up 28-19. They took their first offensive touch of this quarter to the house. Belleville trying to answer and keep it a one-score game. Snap to Sicey again, rolling to the this near side to the left. Waiting. Bushke in traffic, throws him down. That's his second sack of the game. Out beyond the 35 at the 36, a loss of 10. Now, it didn't cost Mayville points, but Bushke, that's his second sack, could have been his third on that first drive for Belleville. Bushke hunted him from the blind side, and Sicey was able to duck him and shed him. Not that time. Third down and 16, back outside the 36. Clock continues to roll. We tick to 4:10 left in the third. Carson Sicey and Ace to the right. Connor and Nolden to the left. Postrema flanks Sicey in the gun from the left. Immediate pressure again by Bushke. Weaving around. Back-to-back sacks. Down he goes. Zane Vetter gets in on the yak. A loss of 3. It's 4th down at the 39. So now what's the decision? 4th down and about 18. Belleville needs the 21. But again, as we've seen, chunk plays have not been a big problem for Belleville. They're at the Mayville 39. The clock continues to roll. We tick to 3:20 left. Belleville going to go 4th and long, and now they're going to talk it over. Timeout Belleville. Timeout for us. 3:17 left in the third. Mayville by 9. We're back after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Since 1984, Mayville Tire has been your source of top quality tires. We provide complete brake service, steering and suspension maintenance, AC repair, and oil and transmission fluid changes. Here's our current special offer.
Till December 31st, rebates up to $200 on select Goodyear tires.
Find more special offers or schedule service online at mayvilletire.com. The next time your vehicle needs a little TLC, call Mayville Tire.
Was promising starting at their own 35 or call it the 25-yard line. Pass plays of 16 and 24 yards on the second and third plays of the drive got them in position, but now back-to-back sacks costing them 13 yards. Sets up 4th and 18 officially at the Mayville 39. Aiden Middlestad playing quarterback deep in the defensive backfield. Trips to the top, snap to Sicey, waiting. The pocket collapses. He will go down again at the 45-yard line. Back-to-back sacks. Ligas, Bushke, among others in the backfield, converging on the sack. Belleville 1 of 4 on 4th down, and the loss of yards sets Mayville up again in prime real estate at their 45-yard line. 3:07 remains in the third quarter on that Brenda Bruyette Coldwell Banker scoreboard. Twins left, Music and Bushke. The pitch to Schroffnagel. He's got a block, turns the corner, gets sideways. He's got the first down, escorted out of bounds in Wildcat territory around the 45. Call it about 10 and move the sticks. Blake Schroffnagel trying to crank it back up again. We're just under 3 minutes left in the third quarter. 1st and 10 from the 45. Bushke wide to the right. That's Vollmer on the slot. Middlestad under center. That's Hockers and Schroffnagel split in the backfield. The pitch goes to Schroffnagel following Hockers, and he's hit from behind and dropped there. Jake Shermansky jumps on Schroffnagel's back. A gain of about 4. They'll give him the 41-yard line. We're at 2.5 left in the third. Cardinals took the opening offensive touch of this quarter, took it the distance, 5.5 minutes, 12 plays, 68 yards. They just got a 4th down stop on back-to-back sacks. That's where this drive started at their own 45. The handoff goes to Schroffnagel again. This time he's bottled as he crosses the 40 to about the 38-yard line. A gain of about 3, sets up 3rd down and 3. Mayville 3 of 3 on 3rd down conversions on that last drive to keep it alive and end it in the end zone. We're under 2 minutes left in the third. Cardinals up 9. A score here would be big. Although again, when Belleville got down by 2 scores, they hit a couple of big plays to make it tight going into the locker room. The handoff goes again, Schroffnagel. He's got the first down, gets sideways inside the 30, down to the 28-yard line. A gain of 10 on 3rd and 3, move the chains. When the going gets tough, give it to the bell cow and ride him. And that's what they're doing right here. That's 4 carries for him on this drive. He has counted for all of it. It's 1st and 10 at the Belleville 28-yard line. Four of 4 now on 3rd down conversions. 70 seconds left in the third. Cardinals shortening the game. Hockers the lone back. That's Vollmer in motion. And they give to Hockers right through the heart. And he runs into a mass of humanity at the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. Call it 1. Well, Cardinals pace here. They might run one more play, depending upon when they snap it, as we tick near 40 seconds left. And again, that's Nick Lubke running in the play this time from the sideline. And he'll be tight to the left. Vollmer wing to the left. Music wing to the right. That's Hockers the lone back. Vollmer comes in motion. He gets the pitch. Spins through a leg tackle in the backfield. Falls forward inside the 25 near the 24. It's a gain of about 4. It's going to be 3rd down. And they can let this clock roll if they want, that being the Cardinals. So it's going to be 3rd down and 5 on the other side. Cardinals are going to be content to let this thing run down up 2 scores as we finish the third quarter. Your Brenda Bruyette Coldwell Banker scoreboard reads Mayville 28, Belleville 19 from McFarland High School, 12 minutes away from someone's season ending and another going to Madison. We're back in a moment after this on Radio Plus Sports.
You work hard, you play hard. You're in it to win it. When plumbing problems slow you down, a call to Bernhard only takes a minute. For over 50 years, Bernhard Plumbing has provided professional plumbing services to Mayville and surrounding communities. From septic systems and sewers to drains and dairy to new faucets and fixtures, Bernhard Plumbing does it all and does it right. Stay in the game. Make the call. 387-3925. Bernhard Plumbing. Taking a leak and fixing it.
Back to McFarland, fourth quarter on tap. The Feed Mill supporting high school athletics and satisfying hunger since 1994 in downtown Knowles. Happy to be part of bringing you tonight's broadcast. From the Brenda Bruyette Coldwell Banker scoreboard, 28-19, Mayville over Belleville. Cardinals have never trailed. This is as close, or I should say the halftime score at 21-19 was as close as it had been. Mayville the only touchdown on that quarter, and it was a fast-moving one. Belleville only had the ball once. And the Cardinals come out on third and about 5 as we switch ends. Cardinals now moving to the north. Inside the 25 at the 24. Cardinals need the 19-yard line as we commence the fourth quarter. Here we go. Volmer and Buschke to the left. Hockers and Schroffnagel split. A little flip flare screen. I should say Volmer makes a man miss. He's got the first down. Inside the 15. Squeezing inside the 10. Postuma hangs on and prevents the touchdown. But it's first and goal to the 9-yard line. 15 yards, first and goal. Cardinals 5 of 5 on third down this half. Now Musick will spell Hockers here. Bringing the play in. Near hash, first and goal from the 9. Blake Schroffnagel's been in the end zone 4 times. He's the lone man behind Middlestad. He gets the handoff. He's a seam on the right side. Hits the 5-yard line, and he's driven down about there. Should say he was hit at about the 8, spun forward to about the 5. I should say the 1. Boy, where's my angle? Throw on the spectacles. Call it 8. Maybe that's age, I don't know. A minute gone by in the fourth. Here we go, second and goal from the 1. Cardinals on the doorstep of making the deficit larger for Belleville. A trio lines the backfield. The handoff, Schroffnagel left side, he's hit, spins forward, he's in! Very little does Blake Schroffnagel go down on first contact. He did not there. This time he rolls it into the end zone for the 4th time, this time from 1 yard out. "55-yard drive. 4:12 off the clock. And Mayville looks to extend to a 16-point lead. Kaiser to try it. Middlestad to place the snap. Placement, kick, into the night sky and good. From your Brenda Bruyette Coldwell Banker scoreboard, 10:55 left in the fourth. Mayville 35, Belleville 19. Back after this on Radio Plus Sports.
We're a bank that is here for you. We're a bank with no stockholders, so we help you save money instead of piling on service fees. We're a bank where your loan is a local decision.
Your loan is approved.
We're a bank that takes walk-ins, no appointment necessary.
The Mayville Gun Club proudly supports high school athletics. The Mayville Gun Club is open to the public and welcomes you to enjoy their facilities. Whether you want to sharpen your skills or spectate, you'll love the beautiful clubhouse overlooking 50 wooded acres filled with wildlife. You're sure to appreciate the gorgeous views, along with craft, skeet, and sporting clay course. For all upcoming event information, league details, and listing of membership benefits, visit MayvilleGunClub.com. The Mayville Gun Club, where enjoyment comes naturally.
Back to it, 9 plays, 55 yards, the Mayville touchdown, extending the lead to 35-19, a minute and change gone by in the fourth. Short kick. And the tackle on special teams Looked like Taylor Sarinsky makes the stop at around the 30. Well, the last time Belleville was in this position going into the second quarter, they answered with big plays. Let's see if they can do it this time. They need to or their season will end. 10:50 left. They'll call it the 29-yard line. Seisey out of the gun. Postuma flanks him left. Single receiver to the top, trips to the bottom. Flip screen, that's Connor. Incomplete. It was going forward. Incomplete pass. Had it been behind the line of scrimmage, of course, it's a live ball, but it was going forward. Tried that play a couple of times. That was the first time that he dropped it. Of course, one could argue that, or at least if you're a Mayville fan, you would argue it was incomplete the last time they tried it, as it skipped to him perhaps. As it is 2nd and 10. But again, once we hit 21-7 in the second quarter when Mayville was up, Belleville hit a 40-yard 4th down throwback pass, and then the ensuing drive, a 96-yard pass to make it a 2-point game at the end of the first half. There's a back throw, and there this time Carson Seisey's got a man open all alone. That's Nolden, caught at the 42-yard line. Foot race now, trying to run him down is Schroffnagel. It won't happen. 71 yards. Carson Seisey's got 2 touchdown passes. That's the second time they've done it. This time Nolden was left all alone. So ask and you shall receive, I guess. We were just talking about the fact that, again, when Belleville went down by 2 scores, they cracked out the big plays, and here it is again. They're going for 2. Try and make it an 8-point game. Seisey out of the gun for the 2-point try. Seisey waiting, flip over the middle. Incomplete. Excellent defense. Blake Schroffnagel knocks it away from Nolden, and it remains a 10-point game. From your Brenda Bruyette Coldwell Banker scoreboard, 10:41 left in the fourth. 35-25 Mayville the lead. We're back after this on Radio Plus Sports.
We're a bank that is here for you. We're a bank with no stockholders, so we help you save money instead of piling on service fees. We're a bank where your loan is a local decision.
Your loan is approved.
We're a bank that takes walk-ins, no appointment necessary.
Hello, Mayville Savings Bank.
We're a bank that still answers our phones. We're a bank that offers online banking. We're a bank where you're our best interest.
There you go. Have a great day.
Bank at the bank you own. Mayville Savings Bank.
We're back to McFarland, Division 5 Level 4 playoff football on Radio Plus Sports. Tonight's game brought to you in part as well by the Feed Mill, supporting high school athletics and satisfying hunger since 1994 in downtown Knowles. 2 plays, 71 yards. Carson Seisey, a receiver, he has 2 touchdown passes tonight. One to starting quarterback Trevor Seisey, and that one to Anthony Nolden. 71 yards. 2-point try, no good, so it's still a 2-score game. Music and Schroffnagel await Desmet's kick. Long way to go, and they're going to try the onside, and nice coverage. Taylor Sarinsky. They tried to steal the possession again. That's the second time Belleville's tried to do it, and Sarinsky, sure-handed, falls on it near midfield. Call it the 49. Basically, every time Mayville has had this kind of field position, other than their 3rd drive of the game when they covered that onside try at the 48, but they were on the doorstep. A 3rd down conversion seemingly was thwarted by a penalty, and then a trio of consecutive penalties put them back outside the 35 and stopped that drive. Music wide right, Buschke wide left. That's Vollmer and Schroffnagel split in the backfield. Schroffnagel's got the carry trying to follow Vollmer. He gets into Wildcat territory, call it about the 48. It's a gain of about 3. Seven of the last 10 offensive plays have gone through Blake Schroffnagel. They gave him a pretty good spot, actually. Gain of 4, call it. That's 2nd and 6. Clock ticks. We're to 10:20 remaining in the 4th. Mayville by 10. Vollmer wide left. Buschke wide right to the top of the screen. That's Hawkers in there split with Schroffnagel, pitch and catch. Buschke's got the first down at the 40. Slips an arm tackle, staying on his feet, refusing to go down. It took 3 in blue to drag him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 16 and move the chains. Buschke's got a couple of catches here in the second half. Mayville's done just enough through the air here. They didn't have a completion in the first half. A pass interference penalty was their biggest play through the air in that first half. Clock back in motion, will creep under 10 left in the game. Schroffnagel the lone back, Vollmer wing left, Music wing right, Vollmer in motion. The pitch to Schroffnagel following Vollmer, and he is spilled at the 30. Minimal gain this time. Might only be the 31 actually, only a yard for Schroffnagel. Now, short 2, long 1. They got it at the 31, that's 1. Call it 2nd and 9, 31-yard line, Belleville territory. Division 7, Reedsville's got it running clock now, 47-8 over Cashton. Close to punching their ticket to Division 7. The state title game, back to pass pressure, Middlestedt gets it away. He's got a man leaping in double coverage, incomplete. Buschke looking for a call. Now you're going to get the Mayville fans to argue that this was almost the same. Now the flag comes out, they're going to get it. I was just about to say that in the first half, there was a play that was similar where Rademan made contact with Nolden, the receiver, almost as the ball came and the flag came out. Almost the same thing there. Buschke was double covered around the 10. Contact was very close to the point of the rival. And they're going to call actually not interference, but unsportsmanlike. Wow. Okay, actually they're going to say unsportsmanlike on Mayville. I was just going to say, how does the team that doesn't get the penalty call get unsportsmanlike conduct? That would be a loss of composure, but they're going to say unsportsmanlike on Mayville, and that's big. It was close. And again, Mayville fans are going to argue that that was a similar play in the first half that was flagged. That one was not, but as it stands, that puts the ball all the way back outside the 45 at the 46. And that makes it 3rd and a while. Mayville needs the 23-yard line. Wings either way. Schroffnagel the lone back. Hocker is in motion. Back to pass Middlestedt. He has time. Pressure comes. He sidesteps. Buying time. Now he'll tuck and he'll go inside the 40. Shoulder shake inside the 35 down near the 32. He got almost all the penalty yards back. Now this sets up 4th and interesting. So they call it 14, 4th and 11. And pretty much here that means that the Cardinals are going for it, because at least that makes it 4th and not only 3 plays in the playbook. 9:02 left in the 4th. Mayville by 10. And we're going to get a timeout. Coach Scott Hilber halfway out on the field saying, hold the phone. 4th and 11 out of this timeout. 9:02 left in the 4th on that Brenda Bruyette Coldwell Banker scoreboard. Mayville by 10. We're back after this on Radio Plus Sports.
If you want to improve your community and local wildlife habitat, join Wings Over Wisconsin or start a chapter. The money that is raised all stays in Wisconsin to support educating and getting youth and the disabled into the outdoors and local habitat improvement. Don't forget, Wings Over Wisconsin is also known for their famous wildlife and gun raffle banquets. If you're interested in joining or starting a new chapter, call or head to wingsoverwisconsin.org for more information.
One score has gone final tonight in Level 4 playoff action. Ellsworth over Freedom, advancing in Division 4 to the state title game. The winner there, I should say, that being Ellsworth, is going to get the winner of Catholic Memorial in Columbus. That was a one-score game at the half. Here, Brenda Bruyette Coldwell Banker scoreboard reads Mayville 35, Belleville 25. Out of this Mayville timeout, it's 4th and 11 with 9:02 left in the 4th. Snap to Middlestedt out of the gun. He's got time, rolling to the far side, waiting, flips on the run. It's caught! Braden Vollmer at around the 21-yard line. A gain of 12 on 4th and 11. Move the chains. How about it? Mayville converts the 4th down, and that is monstrous. The clock will get back in motion with 8:56 left in the 4th. 1st and 10, Cardinals at the 20, up 10. Hockers and Schroffnagel. Now Hockers goes wing right, Vollmer wing left. Schroffnagel the lone back. Middlestedt sends, Hockers in motion. The give to Schroffnagel. Bulldozing a man at the 15. Stays on his feet. Stiff arm at the 5. To the pylon. He's in. Schroffnagel refuses to go down. 20-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals go up 16. So now this extra point makes it a 3-point game, a 3-score game. And we say 3 scores in that case. If he misses it, it would be 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points. So this one makes even that unattainable as far as getting back into a tie. And Kaiser's extra point is good. 8:34 remains in the 4th from your Brenda Bruyette Coldwell Banker scoreboard. Mayville 42, Belleville 25. We're back after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Brock Fleischer here with Homestead Realty and Mortgage. That's right, mortgages and real estate all in one conveniently located office. I've handled thousands of real estate related transactions and have over 20 years of experience helping people just like you with real estate. Get pre-approved and see homes right away. No delays. Stop by the Homestead office at 1111 Horcon Street in Mayville and call my cell 920-960-0555. That's 960-0555.
That's 920-960-0555.
6 plays, 51 yards, 2:07 off the clock, and Mayville extends the lead. 42-25 with 8.5 left. Mayville True Value Home and Hardware, 1020 Horicon Street in Mayville, home to Ruby's Gift Shop and so much more. Proud to be part of bringing you tonight's Level 4 Division 5 playoff. Vollmer's kick skims the turf to the 10-yard line where Connor comes up on the run. 15 to the 20, denied the 20. One-man wrecking crew in Carter Weiglein tosses him to the ground like a rag. And it's 1st and 10 for Belleville at about the 18-yard line. They'll give him the 19, 1st and 10. But again, Belleville had a 71-yard Carson Seisey touchdown pass to Andrew Nolden, or Anthony Nolden, I should say. And we're going to get a timeout here by Mayville. Scott, make no doubt, Scott Hilmer makes sure his timeouts are called. He's out on the field making sure. Tonight's game also brought to you in part by Bent Out of Shape, County Road Y in Upper Leroy, metal fabricators featuring home decor and metal art, and also by the Meeting Place at the Mayville Golf Course. Friends meet to watch tonight's game on the big screen at the Meeting Place at the Mayville Golf Course. And Ellsworth in Division 4 has punched their ticket to state, 46-7, their win. Reedsville was on the doorstep of doing so in Division 7 as well. They had running clock in the 4th quarter against Cashton. Get as many of those as we can get as we're finishing up here into the 4th quarter and postgame. Appleton North had a lead at the half over Franklin. Hartford and Wanakee were tied at the half at 14. Sun Prairie and Marcus Ann were tied late in the 2nd quarter. Wittenberg-Burnhamwood and Aquinas of La Crosse. The winner there gets the winner here. Wittenberg was up 6-0 at the half. Here we go, 1st and 10 from the 19. Snap to Seisey out of the gun. They fake the out, trying to go up top to Nolden, and that ball is out of bounds. This time, Vollmer not fooled at all. He had him pinned to the sideline, incomplete. You saw that shoulder shake by Seisey, trying to see if the defensive back in Vollmer was peeking to try and get him to freeze and free up Nolden. Not to do this time. 8:22 clock stop. Mayville 42, Belleville 25. Posterma flanks Seisey out of the gun to the right. Trips, twins left, twins right. Low snap handled by Seisey. Waiting. Nobody open. He's forced to make something happen. Throws along the sideline. Caught by Connor. Was he in bounds? The referee says yes. You only need 1 foot in high school, and he puts him down at the 41, a gain of 22. And if you look at where the side judge was on that play, he was 20 yards down the field, but again, you only need 1 foot in. Connor made a nice play to the 41. 1st and 10, they move the chains. Snap is low, handled by Seisey. He rolls right, throws on the run, and it's caught there by Carson Seisey, and he is spun down. That's Rademan making the tackle out across the 45 near the 47, the gain of 6. Well, they've gone no huddle pretty much as Belleville, but they'll quicken the pace here. 2nd and 4. Outside the 45. Seisey rolling right. Throwing deep down the sideline. Nice catch. Did he come down in bounds? Yes. Schroppnagel was right there. But Andrew Ace, stick of the fingertips, and he makes the catch at the 35. Gain of 19. .745 when the clock gets rolling here remaining in the 4th. Your Brenda Bruyette Coldwell Banker scoreboard reading: Mayville 42, Belleville 25. Again, shoulder shake left. Seisey waiting. Nobody open. Forced to run for his life. Weaving behind the line of scrimmage. Trying to set up something. Cannot do it. The ball came out and he's forced to fall on it. It looked like 50. That looked like Ligas, who might have popped it loose. Also 53 over there. Garrett Olson grabbed his arm just enough to shake it loose, but forced him to lose a yard. Won't go down as a sack. He was running. Clock ticking. 7:10 left in the 4th. Snap to Seisey out of the gun. He rolls. He throws. And it's low and off the fingertips of Connor, incomplete. 3rd and 11. And you know that they're going on 4th down regardless of what happens here. The clock stops with 7:11 left in the 4th. It's a 17-point game, so Belleville needs 3 scores. 2 of them need to be touchdowns. Here we go. Seisey out of the gun. He takes the snap. It's a quarterback draw. He tries to get out the door on the left. Gets through a leg tackle. On the sideline, he's pushed out near the stick. Let's see where they spotted it. It looks short at around the 27. If it is, it's a gain of 9, and it'll be 4th and 1. So call it 4th and 2. They mark him out for a gain of 8. So here we go, 4th and 2. 4th and short, Mayville has stopped. Here's the snap. Seisey rolling, waiting, throwing, diving. He made the catch. Andrew Ace separates the ball from the turf at the 12. It's a gain of 15. So they convert on 4th down to keep the drive alive. We tick under 7 left in the 4th. That's Salmon in the backfield. Snap to Seisey. Rolling left. Getting pressure from the outside. Vetter trying to bring him down. Seisey wrestled to the ground. Zane Vetter all over him. Yeah, and they're going to get unsportsmanlike. You saw the little jig, and that did it. Belleville coaching staff out on the field calling for it, and that's the call. They get the sack back to the 22, or back outside the 20. Yeah, they're going to call unsportsmanlike on that. So that's going to bail them out a bit here. 4th sack of the game. Again, the down marker is back near the 24-yard line. Now, it depends where they mark this from. Did they mark it from if it was at the end of the play, so it'll probably be a half the distance deal and a 1st down. Again, Mayville had a rash of penalties in the first quarter that short-circuited a drive. They've been pretty clean since. Inopportune time to get one there. But they overcame an unsportsmanlike on the last drive to punch it into the end zone. Well, it won't give them a first down, but it'll be 2nd and 9. So the half the distance puts it at about the 14-yard line. They need the 4. Do the Wildcats for the first down. We're at 6:19 remaining in the fourth. Mayville with the lead, and now we're going to get a timeout. Just an uneven exchange here, and we'll take the timeout as well. 6:16 left in the fourth. We're back to McFarland after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Are you looking for an exciting career change? Join the team at Michaels Corporation. Michaels is currently hiring for multiple shop positions in the Brownsville location.
Heavy-duty truck mechanic, light truck mechanic, trailer mechanic, agricultural mechanic, and shop assistant.
Members of the Michaels team enjoy competitive wages and generous benefits, as well as in-house programs that promote continuous education and career advancement. Collaborate with like minds, connect with your community, construct your future. Apply at michaelscareers.us.
From the Brenda Bruyette Coldwell Banker scoreboard, fourth quarter, 6:16 left in McFarland at Lloyd Schneider Field. 42-25 Mayville the lead. Tonight's game also brought to you in part by the Feed Mill, supporting high school athletics and satisfying hunger since 1994 in downtown Knowles. Division I, Franklin took the lead here late in the fourth. Appleton North led 13-3 at the half. It's now 26-19 Sabres over the Lightning in the fourth. Hartford and Waunakee, 1:45 left. Warriors up on the Orioles 27-20. Hartford got to this point. They've had a lot of tight ones. Their first two games in level 1 and 2 were each 1-point wins. And they beat Pulaski last week by 7. Out of the timeout, 2nd and 9 after the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Bails Belleville out of 2nd and long. From the 13-yard line, out of the gun, backs to either side of Seisey. He takes the snap, backpedaling, waiting, pressure backside. He sidesteps it, goes through the middle and gets to about the 10, maybe the 9. He makes something out of nothing before he is squeezed there. Marcus Volkert and others there to make the hit, a gain of about 3. So a third down upcoming. They're 0 for 2 to this point. Clock ticking, 5:40 and change left. Connor wide left, Ace wide right, slot either way. Nolden in motion, and he keeps, does Seisey, the option. Spinning through one tackle in Middlestad. He's not going to get through the second. Volmer and others there. That was Volmer and Garrett Olson. He stopped short, no gain. And it'll be 4th down. 4th at about 6. And we get another whistle, and we've got a Wildcat injured on the field near the line of scrimmage. So the clock will stop with 5:26 left in the 4th. I thank our laundry list of folks here helping bring tonight's game to you in full color, among other ways. Back in action in Mayville, Bernhard's of Mayville, Brenda Bruyette, your Coldwell Banker, bringing you tonight's scores and time all night. Brock Fisher, Realty in Mayville, D&D Pub and Pizza, Mayville Market, the Mayville Savings Bank, Mayville Gun Club, Mayville Tire, QBS of Dodge County, Surefire, Wings, Mayville the Golf Course, Leroy Meats, and Cardinal Lanes in Mayville. Again, from that Brenda Bruyette Coldwell Banker scoreboard, we've got 5:26 left in the 4th. Division 5 Level 4 playoffs here in McFarland. 42-25 is the lead for Mayville. They have never trailed. Looks like a 60. Yep, I think that was 60. That is, it's James Arndt, one of the team captains on the line. Good to see him come off on his own power. So here we go, 4th and 6. Mayville up 3 scores. Carson Seisey wide to the left. It's Ace, Nolden, and Connor to the right. And again, Dylan Postrom has not been in there. It's been Parker Salmon on this drive in the backfield with Trevor Seisey. Here we go, the snap. Seisey waits, throws into no man's land. Looked like there was a little route combo confusion. Nolden went to the end zone. Ace went underneath. The ball went between them. Turnover on downs with 5 minutes left, and the Cardinals up 17. So Mayville takes over from the 9. 5 minutes even left in the fourth. And this is where the type of offense Mayville runs benefits them immensely. They've been able to grind out a number of drives, although this is by far their worst starting field position. Their worst to this point had been beyond the 30-yard line. Of course, they had started 2 drives in Belleville territory after they failed, did the Wildcats, to get fourth down conversions. Double tight, wings either way. The handoff goes to Schroffnagel off the right side. He spins forward after contact in the backfield. He's out across the 10, near about the 13-yard line, called it 4. You're going to see a lot of Blake Schroffnagel, I think, on this drive as we tick under 4:40 left in the fourth. Hockers and Musick exchange positions as Hockers brings the play in from Coach Scott Hilber. Of course, Hilber's dad, Alex, his last game was at this level in Portage, a loss to Wanakee. Hard to believe those two schools were both Division III at that time in 2001. The handoff goes to Hockers, slanting off the right side. It takes, 3, 4, 5 blue shirts to bring him down, and Hockers bulldozing near the first down. Let's see where they spot. And the far side referee is pointing down the field. They might give it to him. Yep, first down, gain of 6 and change. And we've got another player down. That's Yarbo down. He's had a pretty solid game defensively. He's had a little bit of the success making tackles on first contact, especially with Schroffnagel, but he's going to take some time here. Your Brenda Bruyette Coldwell Banker scoreboard reading 42-25 with 4:10 left in the fourth. Mayville the lead. Tonight's game also brought to you in part by Mayville True Value Home and Hardware, 1020 Horicon Street, Mayville. They're home to Ruby's Gift Shop and much more. And Yarbo able to get up. Again, in that last offensive series, Dylan Postrom was not in the backfield. It was Patrick Salmon that spent most of the time in the backfield with Trevor Seisey. Trying to identify where 27 might be out on defense. They might be giving him a little bit of a spell. He's one of their best defenders. So Yarbo taking his time off the field. Mayville 4 minutes and change away from ending their season next week Thursday on the Camp Randall turf in Madison. They would get the winner of Aquinas of La Crosse and Wittenberg-Burnhamwood. That one at the half was Wittenberg leading 6-0. That one's up the road in Wisconsin Rapids. Middlestad lines the troops. It's Vollmer and Schroffnagel in the backfield. Musick wing to the left. 1st and 10 from about the 20. The handoff goes to Vollmer, and he's spun down in his tracks at the 20-yard line. And the tackle out there by Trevor Seisey. And Belleville calls a timeout with 3:42 left in the fourth. We'll take it as well. Back for the late go into the fourth quarter in McFarland after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Newly renovated, Cardinal Lanes in Mayville is proud to be part of the Mayville community. A fresh atmosphere with a family-first mentality. Each smiling face that greets you is a local. Family, neighbors, and friends coming together to create a positive and exciting experience each time you walk through the doors. Cardinal Lanes is home to 8 updated bowling lanes, casual dining from 10:30 a.m. to midnight, and a full bar. Check out Cardinal Lanes, 31 North Main Street in Mayville, where the good times roll.
Now we got an update on the other game involving a Radio Plus area team. 90 seconds left in the Springs-Darlington game. Springs is up 11, 35-24 over the Redbirds. So you might have a pair of games on the air next week at 1 and 4 o'clock from Camp Randall here on Radio Plus. 2nd and 8 out of the timeout by Belleville. Volmer in motion, the give to Schroffnagel, slants through. He stays on his feet out across the 30, buried at the 35-yard line, but it's enough for the first down, a gain of about 13, out to the 34-yard line. Call it 12. Again, the last time Mayville made state, it was a much different game in level 4. It was a 7-0 game. Mayville in Portage beat Evansville. It was 7-0. It was a Matt Haas to Tyson Affelbeck touchdown pass in the second half, and then a late 4-down goal to go stand by the Cardinal defense at the goal line that denied what could have set up a tying or go-ahead attempt for 2 by Evansville. And now we get another timeout. 3:01 left in the fourth from your Brenda Bruyette Coldwell Bankers scoreboard. Mayville 42 and Belleville 25. A break and back after this on Radio Plus Sports.
When you're ready to take advantage of high-quality legal services for your unique legal case, count on the professionals at QBS Law SC. In business since 1902, we have been proudly serving Dodge County and our clients with the highest level of integrity. We handle legal matters in elder law, estate planning, OWI, personal injury, workers' compensation, real estate, civil litigation, and more. Give us a call today or visit us online for more information.
Back in McFarland. Fourth quarter, 3:01 left. Mayville up 17 with the ball, 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line after a 4th down stop inside the 10. The handoff goes to Schroffnagel, and he's tripped up out across the 35 near the 37. Gain of about 3. Division 6, Fondy Springs with 90 seconds left was up 2 scores over Darlington, looking to punch their ticket to state. It's looking like a Division 1 state final of Franklin and Sun Prairie. Sun Prairie's up 10 over McGuanago with about 2:40 left in the fourth. Bushke wide left. Volmer and Schroffnagel split behind Middlestadt. Middlestadt waiting the 5 count, running the clock. We ticked at 2:20. There's the 10. Music in motion right to left. And the turn in the hand. There's Schroffnagel waiting for blocking to set up. Cuts back across the green. Out across the 45. Bulldozing his way to a first down out across the 45 to the 47. A gain of 10. Move the sticks again. Cardinal fans can feel it getting closer right now as we're going to tick to 2 minutes. And Belleville can't stop the clock anymore. So some subs being made by Coach Mike Nolden. Again, this season was historic in many ways for Belleville. They came into this season 6 playoff appearances, 0-6. This was their first playoff wins in program history. Music in motion. The handoff goes to Volmer. He gets into Belleville territory, and he's ridden down inside the 45 at the 43, and that's enough to move the chains. Another gain of 10. Not only Belleville's first playoff wins in program history, but their first home game and home playoff win ever in Coach Mike Nolden's second season. And both of these teams played the alternate spring season, so it's been a short turnaround for both squads. And Mayville gets the winner of La Crosse Aquinas and Wittenberg-Burnhamwood. We'll try and get a score on that one before we leave. It was at the half last check with Wittenberg a 6-0 lead. There's the back judge signal for a 10 count, and they're going to kneel on it. We tick to 70 seconds. One more play, maybe 2, and the Cardinals are going to get to celebrate. From 2010 through 2016, the Mayville football program won 14 games and didn't see the playoffs. That was following 21 of 23 years going to the playoffs from the late 80s through 2009. And after their first playoff win since 2007, in 2018, they pick up 4 and will finish their season in Madison, and that was enough to run the clock. The Mayville Cardinals, for the first time since 2016, or I should say 2006, let's get rid of the 1. First time in 15 years, the red and white of Mayville will head to Camp Randall. Improved to 11-2. And Belleville's season, a historic one at that, ends at 10-3 on the turf in McFarland in level 4. That's the final officially. From your Brenda Bruyette Coldwell Banker scoreboard one final time, it is Mayville 42, Belleville 25. And the Cardinals will head to Madison on Thursday. That'll be a 4 o'clock kickoff approximately. Broadcast details will be forthcoming here across Radio Plus stations, but we can tell you that will be a radio game. It will be on the Great 98. Put a penny in the Wayback Machine, and we'll talk to you then, but we'll be back at least one more time to wrap things up here from McFarland and Lloyd Schneider Stadium. Again, the final, Mayville 42, Belleville 25, as the Cardinals are state-bound in 2021. We're back in a few after this on Radio Plus Sports.
Hey Mayville Cardinals, Brenda, Rachel, Kristen, and Mary from Coldwell Banker and Horicon are bringing their cheerleading outfits to the stands.
I don't know about that, Alex, but we are huge supporters of the Mayville football team. We are proud of their accomplishments, and we congratulate the great coaching staff as well as the parents for encouraging this team's determination, dedication, and drive. Your team effort and hard work will continue to pay off. Our community loves you, and we support you. This team is second to none. Go Mayville Cardinals.
You dream it, we'll fabricate it. At Quest Interiors, we fabricate one-of-a-kind countertops just for your space. And buying direct saves you money. Visit our showrooms today in Oshkosh and Fond du Lac to start your transformation. Quest Interiors, exceptional style, exceptional savings.
Mayville Market is your upscale Piggly Wiggly, offering big city selection close to home. Taste the difference in their blue ribbon products, made fresh in the store. Brownies, cookies, and cakes in the bakery. Dips, salads, and chicken dinners in the deli. Veggie mixes and fresh cut fruit and produce. Plus gourmet burgers and brats, along with stuffed and marinated chicken, beef, and pork. Mayville Market, 1440 Horicon Street in Mayville. Proudly supporting high school athletics.
Join the meeting place at the Mayville Golf Course for lunch or dinner. 6 days a week, they're open from 11 a.m. until 9, closed on Tuesdays till spring. They offer a pasta bar on Mondays, Thursday and Saturday night prime rib specials, as well as the Friday fish fry and Sunday family specials, plus the burger of the month. It's the Philly cheese prime rib. Enjoy happy hour from 3 till 5 Monday through Thursday. It's all at the Mayville Golf Course and Meeting Place, 325 German Street in Mayville.
Brock Fleischer here with Homestead Realty and Mortgage. That's right, mortgages and real estate all in one conveniently located office. I've handled thousands of real estate related transactions and have over 20 years of experience helping people just like you with real estate. Get pre-approved and see homes right away. No delays. Stop by the Homestead office at 1111 Horicon Street in Mayville and call my cell, 920-960-0555. That's 960-0555.
That's 920-960-0555.
Let the celebration begin. The Cardinals are state-bound. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Bent Out of Shape, County Road Y, Upper Leroy, Metal Fabricators featuring home decor, metal art, and more. Tonight's game also brought to you in part by the Meeting Place at the Mayville Golf Course, where friends meet to watch the game tonight on the big screen, and hopefully they had some fun celebrating a Mayville Cardinal victory. As they improve and continue their season. Again, we'll see if we can't squeeze the winner of that Wittenberg-Aquinas game. It was 6-0 Wittenberg at the half. So that means the game will be Thursday next week. Division 5 game. Start time is approximately 4 o'clock. And at last check, St. Mary Springs and Darlington, that one had 90 seconds left a few moments ago with Springs up by 11. So the likelihood high that you'll have a couple of games across Radio Plus stations next week, back-to-back on Thursday. That'd be a 1 o'clock game for Division 6. And it was the Blake Schroffnagel show, as you might have expected. 6 touchdown runs, all of them for the junior. He came into tonight needing just 1 score to break the school season touchdown mark, which he did, and he padded it well and will get another game to do so in Camp Randall. He's got 37 now on the season. He needed about 152 yards to break the single season rushing record held by Nick Block back in 2003. Unofficially, have to check the number on that and finalize it when we're off, but he definitely was close to breaking it. And if he did not get it tonight, the likelihood is high he will break it next week at Camp Randall. And again, the game never really felt over, or at least in the favor of where, if you're a Mayville fan, where you felt comfortable until probably about the 5-minute mark. You thought Mayville, if you were a fan there, you were hoping for a put-away blow in the second quarter. Mayville went into the second quarter after a score there. It was 14-7 after 1. Mayville was able to finish a drive off that started late in the second quarter, with a Blake Schroffnagel 8-yard touchdown run, make it 21-7. But then Belleville answered, and they grabbed momentum for the rest of the second quarter as a throwback pass from Carson Seisey to his brother Trevor. A 40-yard play on 4th down got him into the end zone. The extra point made it 21-14. The ensuing drive, Mayville was stopped and forced to punt. Bushke pinned Belleville's offense inside the 5. But then on 3rd down and long, it was Trevor Seisey to Carson Seisey for 96 yards and a touchdown. But at that point, we wondered if that extra point situation would play a role, and the situation was the extra point try was good, but a holding penalty was called, which forced the Wildcats to try it again from about 30 yards out, and it was missed. That left it 21-19. That's where we stood at the half. Cardinals took possession in the second half, and then they kind of imposed their will in the second half. The first drive kind of set the tone. 12 plays, 68 yards, 5:27 off the clock. Schroffnagel took it in from a yard out. Belleville then on their next drive had a couple of nice passing plays. 2 passes covered 40 yards, but then a trio of consecutive sacks knocked them out of position and turned it over and gave Mayville possession in pretty good position at their own 45-yard line, which they turned into a 9-play, 55-yard drive, took 4:12 off the clock going into the fourth quarter, and that extended their lead 35-19. But then hold the phone again. It was a little bit of trickery once again by Belleville. After a first down incompletion, it was again Carson Seisey, this time throwing to Anthony Nolden for a 71-yard touchdown strike on another razzle-dazzle play. The 2-pointer was no good. That left it 35-25. But then the Cardinals were able to put the icing scorer on the board on the next drive. They tried, that being Belleville, to onside kick, and it was recovered cleanly by Taylor Sarinsky at the 49-yard line. And then the Cardinals turned that into a 6-play, 51-yard drive, took 2 minutes and change off the clock. The extra point made it 42-25, and that indeed was the final on your Brenda Bruyette Coldwell Banker scoreboard. Tonight's game also brought to you in part by the Feed Mill, supporting high school athletics and satisfying hunger since 1994 in downtown Knowles. Cardinals and their fans celebrating on the field. It's been an outstanding night for the first time in 15 years. The Mayville Cardinals will end their season on the Camp Randall Stadium turf. At that time, it was against Wrightstown. This time it'll be against either Wittenberg or Aquinas. Still did not see a final come past the way on that, but it'll be one of those two squads, and it'll be almost a kind of similar contrast of styles. Both of those teams, Wittenberg and Aquinas, are spread out type of teams. Mayville has faced those teams here in the playoffs, and they've been successful each time in different ways. Tonight they got it done. Their defense ground in, and their offense was able to take the air out of the ball and make it count going into the end zone and get the 3-score lead, and that's where we finish the game. Once again, your final from your Brenda Bruyette Coldwell Banker scoreboard: Mayville 42 and Belleville 25. For the better-looking crew tonight, doing the job on the camera and engineering tonight, thank you, Mr. Kerry Longery and the others. Scott and I saying so long from McFarland. We'll talk to you on the Great 98 next week, sometime before 4, as the Cardinals will finish the season at Camp Randall in the Division 5 state title game. You've been watching high school football on Radio Plus Sports.